looking at both classes and subclasses. Okay.
Hello, everybody.
No.
We're talking about how I don't know anything.
Yeah, same.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Hang on, I need to set things up for stream so that we can hear stuff. It's all a kerfuffle.
Hello.
Hello! This is a bear and that's loud. Sorry.
It's all downhill from here.
We'll work it out. This stream is all about the very slow trudge uphill, so we know what's going on, and then we can all go downhill. Okie dokie. Let's see if this works. Hopefully, this works. Fingers crossed, everybody. Otherwise, I'm gonna be mad. Swoosh. There we go. That looks vaguely professional. Hello! And welcome to the session 0 of Grim Hollow playtesty thing, because there's new stuff coming out and Dark is very excited.
Yes.
With any luck, Chib will be joining us later, but today we're going to be introducing people to the world and the setting and making characters and understanding the mechanics, because it's all quite complicated if you don't know. Because prior to Monday, I also didn't know. So
You didn't make a fancy overlay.
I made
general...
you said to make an overlay, so I made an overlay there.
Heck yeah.
It's always like easier.
It's quickly thrown together, but it's there. I made little corner twiddles for no reason. I like corner twiddles.
Love that. Oh yeah.
I like
So,
that
yeah.
we're across the top of the screen now.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
That's not from Discord. That's from the.
I just wanted to
That's
get
from
out
the.
of the way of chat to make them separate.
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah. I also wanna...
What you can do is in settings, if you go to personalization and display, I think. Oh no, it's in graphics, isn't it?
Trying to find
Yeah.
anything in these setting menus is tricky.
If you do audio and video, you can put it names only, so they take up even less space.
Yeah, anyway. Well, yeah, then I can't see the pictures of characters when we get them. I guess we can do that today, but...
Yeah, well, so if you really want, you can also put like have like little doodles with just like the name of the person and have their class beneath it, like put it somewhere else.
I can replace our little characters on the audio responder with little doodles of our characters, which I can make in a week. I'm sure that's fine.
So,
Along with
a lot
everything
of people have them like just at the bottom with it, yeah, like the name of the person, the name of the character level, that jazz.
Yeah. That makes sense. I'll work something out. For now, today, we're all working stuff out today. Remember to sleep. Who needs sleep?
Yeah. I mean, mine's easy because it's just going to be like basically that doodle you did for me ages ago of the, so what do you do next? So just like the evil hood with the swirly eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and yours, Crest, should be pretty easy. You just have some floating glasses.
Yeah.
True. This is perfect.
Well,
And
it could glow slightly when you talk. Like, so you just get
and
like a
Mogs
little
is
glow outline.
super easy, especially if you're gonna be making Mogs talk.
Yeah.
That's gonna be super easy, right?
Is it? Do I have to understand the anatomy of Moggs' jaw?
No,
Oh.
Mogs will be standing there normally, and when they talk, they strike that pose.
Yeah. You know the pose. You know it. You have it on the thumbnail of last Sunday session.
Yeah.
Also, for what it's worth, I still haven't entirely made up my mind because I don't know the new classes and subclasses and everything with the new playtest. But a part of me is seriously considering possibly making my Bloodborne Hunter my character. So if that's the case, the mouth is covered. So yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Make it easy. If that's the case. But we'll see.
So yes, just as a general overview from someone who probably doesn't know, I should probably leave this to Dark, but I'm gonna try anyway. The Grim Hollow is a D&D based RPG set in a dark fantasy world where everything's bad. It's all bad. All the gods are dead. Everything's bad. Yeah, and there's a lot of sort of influence from sort of fairy tales and things like that. There's a lot of races based on things like vampires and werewolves and such. It seems like a fun time, and today we're going to be exploring those races and classes, particularly the ones in the playtest, and seeing what we come up with for a story. Well, not coming up with for a story. Dark has a story, presumably, but
Hopefully.
who Dark
So-
is going to be putting through that story?
Yeah. So the world we will be in is Atharis. So I'm going to read a few little blue points. So get people in mind of what it is. So first one is the land is dangerous. It is. Yeah, it's bad. There are lots of things wanting to kill you. It's very grim, dark place. Darkness and obscurity is another theme. There's a lot of very much fear of the dark going to go anywhere near that. A lot of mystery, a lot of obfuscation. Information gets deliberately repressed. The Inquisition is a thing for that reason. Magic is... It's around, and in some places it's accepted. In a lot of places it's not. Witch hunts and stuff is still a thing. There are no gods. All the gods are dead. They were killed long ago by a lot of really bad things. So now religion is set by the archseraphs, who were the angels who took control after the gods, and the archdemons, who scrambled to take care of after the gods, and what devils were left like died. So no gods. They're all dead.
You joked, Lewis. I believe the landmasses in this are kind of based on Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's medieval. Plague is everywhere. There's lots of plagues. There's normal stuff like the cold. There's other stuff like similar to Black Plague, and then there's just the zombie plagues. They're all over the place. There's lots of nasty stuff. As heroes, it's unlikely you will die from normal diseases and plagues, but there are ones that can murder you. Fear of the arcane, I've already said about that. Magic is sometimes accepted, it's mostly mistrusted. Clerics and like divine casters are more accepted than arcane casters.
Oh boy. We've got a wizard and a sorcerer.
Yeah, so you've got your clerics, your paladins, they're fine, mostly. Warlocks very not accepted. Wizards, sorcerers, they are the bad sort. Druids and rangers, they're in the mid ground because they're primal, so that's even more dependent on like the regions. They're fully accepted up in the far north and Valakan. I will. There's my test character. Let's go to the map.
a map.
Yeah.
Pixel.
Okay.
Oh, zoom out.
I have to zoom out quite a bit because I had.
Yeah, I was
had
about to say that. Like, what a map! 5 pixels.
Oh, okay, yes, I see.
I
Okay.
had to make this big enough that all of the distances actually made sense, and I had enough space to put stuff.
Gotcha.
But yeah, up here, this is where rangers and druids are, like, mostly accepted because that's the Valakan place. That's where all of the Vikings, for a better, lack of a better term,
Okay.
live. But the important thing is glimmers of hope. Despite all of the darkness, despite all of the evil, there are, of course, people running around still trying to do good. There's always the story of the father that goes back and gets their daughter from an evil hag, or the lone person that like manages to fend off a werewolf attack. So it's about getting a little bit of hope in all the darkness. Because there is the ever-present problem of the beast, which is a force that kind of showed up when all of the gods died. And no one likes it. It corrupts nature, it corrupts religion, it corrupts everything. Even all of the remaining faiths don't like the the beast, because it also brings just mutation and madness with it.
Ah.
It's a very not physical, it's a very prominent manifestation of the encroaching darkness.
Magical nuclear wasteland. Got it.
No, that's fine. It brings the wasteland with it.
Oh joy, even better.
Magical divine wasteland. It wasn't an atomic bomb, it was a god bomb.
That is the general theme. For countries, an idea of accidents and places. So we have the Charlotte Kingdoms. They are France. They are very, and next to them we have Torleon, Torleon, which is the last proper holdfast of the elves, along with Codiel. But yeah, the French people and the elves, they are friends.
Frells.
Okay.
The
Right.
elves are all Celtic. In origin.
Wells.
Welves. Also Skelves.
Skells?
And Irelves. Irelves? I'm not doing an Irish accent. I don't know Irish accent. Then we have the Castellanian provinces. Yay! These are the places where all of the religious nutjobs live.
Yay!
Ah, Catholics.
Spanish.
Catholics.
But yes, this is also the only place that actually has proper deserts, and is the hottest part of the whole continent. And the Embercairn there that's where all the Dragonborn want to live. The Dragonborn in this setting are mostly also religious nutjobs. They're basically the elites of the Castellanian. A lot of them become priests and inquisitors and sort of thing. In Astroya, over here, this is closest thing to the Slavic area, and that river there is pretty much the halfway point between stuff. So the bit of the island that is all black and horrible, that's where the vampires live. And the other bit is where the resistance live. There's also a third faction there as well, and they're always all just fighting each other. So there's just this big is their faction? No, the Borok, which are the people over here, they're the Germans. They often try to invade, and then both the Australians all just work together and they fight each other. So, they're happy with their civil war. They don't want anyone else interfering.
That's a fun phrase. They're happy with their civil.
Yeah, well, it's civil,
they don't want anyone interfering with this.
Yeah, it's like, you wait your turn. We've got something going on here.
But the Australians, and then you've got all of the vampires and undead. Of course, there are normal people there and everything. You can't live with just a bunch of undead. Where would you get your cattle? Which is what they call people. Because I think it's in Nov Australia there. That's where they found this massive underground temple, city of the dead. So they went down there to try and stop it, and the last person went down there, they sealed him in. They just they caved it all in, and then he came back undead with a massive undead army and vampires.
It was a bad idea, really.
Yeah.
As you do.
Yeah, well,
about who
they sealed him in, so he came back and was like, no, I went down to save us all, and you trapped me down there.
Yeah.
And when everything comes out properly, there will be more clans of vampires. Currently, there's only just basic vampires and Stroyans. I think they're called Stroyans. I need to look at the mods menu. But Destroyer vampires are very dangerous because they are the opposite of normal vampires. So, a young vampire can just walk out in the sun and be fine. It's not until they get older and start getting more powerful that they actually get affected by the sun. Which is the complete opposite of normal vampires. Like, the more powerful a normal vampire is, the more they can just waltz out into the sun and be like, I'm so powerful, I don't care about the sun.
Yeah.
So they are dangerous. So if you see a nobleman over in that part of Destroyer that is just quite pale, you don't know whether they're just pale because there is no sunlight over there, or they're a vampire. And then off the coast there we have the Raven Court Sanctuary, which is a...
There's a Jeep. There's a Jeep in the game.
Yeah, hi, Jeep.
Hello.
Oh, there's a Jeep in the chat. Oh.
Yeah, so we have the Raven Court Sanctuary. It's heavily inspired by The Witcher.
Yeah.
It's just this island where all of the mages go off and learn to be mages. Yeah, much like they do with all of the ladies there that turn into all the concubines and spies and all that jazz. I can't remember the name of them, I just remember that's the thing. But that whole place around there, it is infested with sea serpents.
Valheim.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's believed that they might be failed wizards that are just there to protect the place.
I'm sorry, who's there again?
Sea serpents.
Sea serpents.
Basically,
okay.
and from the sounds of it, if you fail your finals, they just turn you into a fish and chuck you in the water.
Love that.
Well, not so much if you fail, you get turned into one by them. But yes, it's, there's lots of sea serpents. Because, Pestalore, that's a city, it's a big old city that's ruled over by wizards. Like, there's a council there, and they sort things out. It's pretty much like the stronghold of the Raven Court on the mainland. But, yeah, like, I think it's like once a decade, a boat, completely, like, unmanned, will just float its way onto the shores near, but there people who want to go get on, and they just go back, and they go there.
Like buses.
Yeah, like unmanned buses that don't have to worry about the sea serpents.
I mean, I've never had to worry about sea serpents on a bus, to be fair.
That is fair.
Yes.
Yet. Yeah, there's always a possibility.
Yeah, exactly. You never know.
The Baroque Empire, that is German Empire. They are Germans. It's very much heavily inspired by, like, the Empire of Warhammer Fantasy. Allegan, I think that's all. Marentia. That is Italy.
Ooh, it's tiny.
Yeah. The Venice? It's basically Venice.
Right.
Basically Venice.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just got loads of aqueducts. Lots of channels there. It's all boats. It's all above water.
Now, so
Yeah.
They have.
okay.
I'm pretty sure Venice has the masked parties or something, masquerade or something like that. I think that's where it originated. But yeah, they have that like annually or whatever. And anyone who is not from Marentia must leave Marentia in that time.
Oh.
It is specifically a Marentian event, and if you're an outsider and you stay there, you disappear. But yeah, everyone runs around, wears masks, has fun.
I was gonna say it's very Poe, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. First with the stealing someone away for forever, but they coming back. Castle Amontillado, and the Mask of Red Death, and yeah. I like it.
That's essentially it for the nationalities that exist. Like
Okay.
the main nations, I should say. Let's have a look at this. Is there any I've missed? No.
The world looks like a seahorse. Just throwing that out there.
Tinyan.
It does. You're not wrong.
And why wouldn't it, Chris?
No particular reason, I just thought I'd state the obvious. I'm a streamer, that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you ignored the obvious.
Both.
Yeah, that's more streamer-like.
I state the unhelpful obvious and I ignore the helpful obvious.
Mhm.
That's an important one. Where are you? That should be on the map. There we are. Because it's always kind of like in between. So over here, we got this little place called Lisich, which, as you'll notice, is kind of in the middle of the Schnauk Kingdom and the Barkan Kingdom.
Which bodes well for them.
Mm-hmm.
So they are constantly getting annexed by both sides.
Mm.
It's also where the weeping pox originated.
Oh, good.
That's the aforementioned
Oh,
zombie
excellent.
plague. Yeah,
Power
pretty much
word
because
French.
of this place existing is why the plague doctor thing came about. You know, the bad masks and everything.
Yeah, because of this place
Lizek.
existing, that's how disease works.
Mhm.
Well,
Of
they
course.
never really had a disease that needed such like protection and stuff until that happened. So it kind of originated that sort of like over the top mentality. Like basically, that's the reason the masking up became a thing in Grimlock.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of bad things happened there. And that'd be a good place just for a whole series of adventures. Because there's also, on the waterfront, there's a lot of cult activity and all sorts of things.
Classic RPG nonsense. There's a cult here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is the art immediately after it in the book. To give you an idea.
Hmm.
Well, this has been an evening to remember.
Why?
I forgot.
What are we humming at?
Oh, there's a picture in the Discord.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because
Picture.
of the way I have
I
things
see.
set up. I do not. The way
That's,
I stream.
Speaking of that picture,
I wonder what that's based off of.
Hang on, let me.
Lots of stuff going
yeah.
on. Okay, let's go into the people that exist in this place to get an idea of that. I'm just gonna go down the big old side. So you have the accursed. These people are all cursed or born of some weird thing. They are your catch-all abominations, basically.
Rude.
Yeah, if you get cursed to be a raven person, you're an accursed. If you're born from eldritch science by a man named Frankenstein, that's an accursed. Yeah. Yeah, there if you pretty much want to be anything you can think of. If you want to be a sentient scarecrow, that's an accursed. The Arisen, they came back from the dead.
Hmm.
You don't say.
Makes sense.
You're either some
Good for
rich
them.
animated through magic, or you're put together piecemeal, and whether you have a soul. Bugbears. Bugbears are another one you can find pretty much everywhere. But finding an uncorrupted bugbear, that is a thing. Mostly, bugbears are the survivors of Tormark's Rage, which is an infection by one of the archdevils. He essentially wanted just foot soldiers that were incredibly strong, incredibly violent. So he decided to curse the bugbears. So they turned into frothing monsters. Bugbears are like normally 7 feet tall. They're massive. They're bestial. They're really strong.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cute is a word that can be used.
Yeah, and the further along they get, the stronger they get, but also the more they lose their minds. But you can play one who has, for some reason, been cured of it. You can be cured of the plague if it's like, if pretty much you get infected and you're administered really, really quickly. That's one way to do it. Ironically, the way to cure them is you'd need to kill an infected one and like siphon off some of its fluids to make a potion, basically. Yeah.
Plague fluid, yay.
Yeah. Yeah, bugbears are big, and when if you survive the affliction, you tend to have a bit of a short temper, and also because of the plague, they rarely live beyond 40 years. Because
Yeah, that's fair.
it just burns out their bodies. But you do get a lot of resilience or strength from it, so. But yeah, and if you are not infected and you're a bugbear, infected bugbears will know and they will go berserk and try to infect you.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's not great being a bugbear.
No, it doesn't sound it.
They were just wandering around, minding their business, trying to live normal lives.
As you do.
Because they are big, they are strong, they're helpful in like manual labor and stuff. People would happily employ them because they can do the job of like 3 or 4 people just carrying stuff around, and they don't mind, like they don't get tired or any stuff like that. So yeah, that's what happened with them. They got cursed just because they were big.
Rude.
This is getting a bit too real and relatable.
Yeah. So Dampier, they are half vampire, half something else.
Makes sense.
That's essentially it. You have a lot of the benefits of being a vampire without the negatives, but you're of course not as strong as an actual vampire. But you will be treated like an actual vampire, so you'll likely get staked in the heart or
Rude.
set on fire.
Can you be staked in half the heart? You give blood a bad name.
Mostly vampires can just fit into regular life. Just don't smile too much.
Oh, that's why they're always scowling, I see.
But what if you smile more? No, I'm kidding.
What if you do like a gurney smile where your bottom lip goes over your top teeth? So,
But yeah, that's Dampier. They can fit in society. They're a bit stronger than normal people. They can't die of old age because vampires. Disembodied. There once was a city that had a lot of mages. The mages played around too much, and the city just disappeared. It occasionally reappears from the ethereal plane, because that's where they put the city. And that's what the disembodied are. They're the survivors of that. So they're half in, half out of the ethereal plane all times. So their bodies appear well, they could just appear like slightly transparent, or some of their limbs could actively be just outlines. You can just see the skeletons. The skeleton seems to be the thing that is the most present thing.
I like how you said they put it there, as if they just sort of like picked it up and like, okay, we're putting this here now. Time to put the city away.
Well, they were trying to put it somewhere else.
But
Was the
Playtime's over.
problem. And then they dropped it halfway.
But that also does give them a little bit of innate magical ability, because they're not actually physically in the real world. It's a lot hard for them to get like cold or hot, and yeah, they can phase out reality, move around. They're another one that's just kind of everywhere. Some people might look at them and think they're ghosts.
Spooky.
They are the Eldritch one. The Downcast. They used to be angels. They've lost most of their angelic power. Either from when their gods died, they just kind of lost their power then, or they fought against the other angels and devils trying to like gain control, and they lost and were stripped of their power by them. They still have some of their angelic abilities. They're like resistant necrotic. They can increase the healing of other people through their divine blood. Have a little bit of magic in them. They're also sometimes killed for their blood because people believe that it contains magical power, which is kind of true, but not as much as they do hope.
Of course.
Yeah,
Naturally.
I was pretty sure that's where that was going when you said, oh, they can use their blood to give people magic. It's like,
Yeah.
And it is actually quite hard to hide as a downcast if you're out at night. Because in Dark, they've got like angelic runes inscribed upon their skin that close.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so they have to cover up quite a lot if they even in like shadow. If you've got like a hat on and the shadow of your hat casts over your flesh, your angelic runes will just like glow faintly.
yeah,
That really
so you're a
sucks.
nightlight.
Dragonborn. They're big, they're tough. Most of them are British fanatics. They can breathe fire. They're maybe the children of dragons. Who knows? Really good fighters. Very big, very scary. They are majoritively in Castellania, but you can find them like anywhere else as well. They have all the colours of the normal dragons. So you've got your red ones, you've got your blue ones, you've got your bronze and all that jazz. Dreamers saw the end of the world happening, so they went to sleep. Their empire used to be over here in the Stillborn Forest. I think it's a Stillborn Forest.
It's a reasonable name for a place where everyone just went to sleep.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are the remnants of an ancient civilization before the dwarves, before the elves, before like recorded history. People found bits and bobs about them before, and then just recently, they all just woke up and started wandering around.
They're a bit groggy.
So it's not. But because they slept for so very long, their perception of dreams and memories is really skewed. Like, they can't tell one from the other.
I know the feeling.
Yeah,
I know
but
that feeling as
does-
well. That's why I
does
kind of
give
want to
them
be.
the- But that does give them the ability to, like, tap into the dreams of people around them to gain knowledge that they themselves might not have. So they could learn to be a blacksmith from sleeping by a blacksmith.
Mhm.
The dream.
So yeah, that's
I
they've
know,
also
right?
they've also got power naps. They're very good at getting. They're also very good at napping.
We should all be dreamers.
Uh,
Sleepy group.
dwarves. Dwarves are dwarves.
Dwarves are
Sure.
dwarves.
They're short, they're strong, they're sturdy. They're good with technology. When the human empire like warring each other, they just sealed themselves underground and came out much later with like just far superior equipment and just went, no, we're having a truce because you can't beat us. And yeah, they are all about industry currently and advancing things. They, along with the gnomes, are the reason like gunpowder and stuff exists and automation is beginning to form.
Nice.
And I'm giving them Russian accents in this one.
Excellent.
But yeah, that's dwarves. Dwarves are what you get. Elves. They are elves. They are Celtic. There aren't many of them left. They mainly live in like Borlermilk or Cardell for like the normal elves. There are dark elves, which kind of wasn't their own fault, but also kind of was. I can't remember the exact story off the top of my head, but they wanted the blood of one of the queens or something, and there was division in like the elvish people, so you got the dark elves and you got the other elves.
Naturally.
Yeah, because, well, understandably, they were worried that their entire species was getting wiped out by all of these upstart humans, so they tried to circumvent that. It didn't work out. And then the French came along and saved the day.
Sounds fake.
That's how you know it's
Sounds
fantasy.
fake. No, I don't believe that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say that sounds a little bit like French propaganda there.
This is
Who made
very
this
much
game?
fantasy setting, indeed.
You've had that for a lot. Fablins. They are goblins. They are also fae. So what happened was a bunch of goblins tried to break our promise to a fae. The fae went, no, and then they got trapped in the fae realm, and then they kind of just came back out. They are teal. Their faces are upside down.
Well then.
They can turn invisible. They're very sneaky. No one's quite sure whether the fae sent them out to cause mischief, or whether they were just not worth the trouble.
I mean, it sounds like they're going to be a lot of trouble. Regardless.
Yeah, but they didn't want the trouble. So.
Oh, I see. I see.
You're too much trouble for us. We don't want this. Thank you.
Too much trouble for the fae. Then.
You're not worth the efforts. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Something to put on your CV.
I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
Yeah. So, gnolls. When the Great Feast comes by, occasionally people and animals and stuff will get mutated into horrible creatures. Humanoids tend to get turned into gnolls, which are your typical thing. They're hyena-headed. They have some tines. And they're also mutated in all sorts of weird and wonderful ways. Some of them are just like really crazy. Some of them have poisonous spines that they throw at you. Some become like massive monstrous gnolls that can rampage around place. Some grow wings. Gnolls are all over the place. But this is one of the cases of one of the actual monsters classes that might give you issues in civilized places, because they are monsters. But once in a while, someone will just get their memory back. They will stop. They will just regain themselves, and then they're trying to figure out what they want to do from there.
One hell of a hangover.
Like cause more violence in the case of Tick.
Yes, but much more focused violence.
Yeah.
Gnomes. They are short. They're inventors. They're very smart. They're resistant to a lot of like magics and such. They're really good friends with dwarves. They work together, making most of the just everything. If you find dwarves, you will normally find gnomes. They work like just hand in hand. They're best buds.
No.
Cute.
They see eye to eye, if you'll pardon the expression.
Nope. Gnomes are shorter.
They see eye to hairline.
Eye to chest. Dwarves are like 4 foot. Gnomes are like 3-4 or less.
Eye to tid. Got it.
As all good relationships should be.
But gnomes are
Be right
also...
back. I gotta go look at that Thor picture again.
Yes, I know. Gnomes are also not normally inventors, but they're also a bit more experimentative. So they will sometimes do stuff that, might blow up a house or two, or accidentally like unleash an abomination. They like to push the boundaries. Goblins. They are goblins. They are small. They are green. They like working together to bring down big people. They don't like big people much. They're good at climbing. They are pretty much divided between the tribal goblins, which live in the forests, as true goblins are meant to, and then you've got the civilized goblins that went into everywhere else because they didn't want to deal with all the manic, chaotic goblins, and settled down a bit, became a bit calmer. People started like treating them better, understanding them, sort of thing. So this is the time when goblins are started to actually getting like not merged, assimilated into like all the other civilized races.
Yeah.
Because apparently, when goblins are like around, not a bunch of completely chaotic creatures, they are able to calm down. They're still chaotic themselves, but less so. Because it turns out the goblins are quite smart. They're good at like inventing and such. They tend to get on with like gnomes and dwarves when they stop nicking things.
What body part do they see eye to?
They're eye to eye with gnomes.
Okay.
So I did.
I just figured it was.
So it's good to have the
Important, very
system of
Yes.
tid height. Tid height to a dwarf, as the old saying goes.
Yeah. This
So
is
yeah.
very.
That would be the name of the VOD.
Yes.
So yes, goblins are accepted in a lot of places now. They are still, of course, viewed with suspicion by some people because they're still looking. Remember that they used to just be like barbarian bandits, sort of thing.
Rude. Digging up
Well,
family history.
Goliath. They are half giants, half something else. They mainly live from up in the Valakan clans, up the mountains. They are very honorable, very tall, but they are very much more barbaric in nature. And it's essentially just Goliaths. They all want to be Conan.
Yeah, that's fair.
Grudgels are orcs. But not your typical orcs. They are the remnants of the orcs. So once upon a time, there were orcs. And they rampaged across all of Atheris. And no one could stop them. And they are the reason the half-orcs exist. Because they just did what they did. And their bloodline is so strong that it's just, if you mate with a half-orc, you will get a half-orc. It doesn't matter what the other participant is, it will be a half-orc.
That's not how maths works.
But it is how these genes work. But they, all left, and basically I think the Grudgers came back. They are not as barbaric as the old orcs. They are a bit more civilized. They're actually like smart.
Oh,
They
smart
went to
and
orc
strong.
college.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if we're using the old rules, they got like +2 to intelligence, which is not what you expect from an orc. It's not the stereotypical thing.
There,
But yeah,
there
Grudges,
can be smart orcs. Yeah.
yeah, but normally they're always. I mean, like pretty much in everything, they've always got like a -2 intelligence. It's also because orc lifespans are normally like 30 years. Grudges are, but yeah, Grudges are like the returned civilized orcs. But there aren't many of them. They are very small in number. Then you've got the half-orcs. They are mainly in the Valakan areas, being Vikings and raiders and so forth. They are everywhere else in small numbers. And very much the opinion of them depends on where you are. Because of their nature in Valakan, a lot of people view them with mistrust because they could just be a raider in disguise. But they're half-orcs. They are big, they are strong, they are fast. And they are got a lot of stamina.
Lucky them.
And what we got?
Mm-hmm.
Halflings. Halflings are best buds with humans. When humans were conquering the rest of Atharas, they put their lot on with humans and they became best buds. And they are your typical halflings. They're short, they're happy, they're good cooks, they're smart. They're lucky. They're good at they're good at sneaking around, keeping out of the way, that sort of thing. Yeah, they are very typical for what you'd expect of halflings. Very much like Tolkienist halflings. Yeah.
Hobbits.
Yeah, they're hobbits.
Hobbits.
Yeah. They eat a lot when they get something. They kind of just do it and get pretty much like perfect at it. And they always seem to have a weird like. What's the word?
Second breakfast.
I don't know, halflings as well as like hobbits, when they actually find something they like and they do it, they get really proficient with it really quickly.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like Bill just took to writing books. He just took to singing, and he writes songs and sings and everything.
You become passionate about something, and
They are very much people of passions.
gotcha. Okay.
Hyperfixation.
Magic power of hyperfocus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Humans. I will refer to the no traits are specific to humans. You select any that reflect your character concept. They are humans.
Now, whatever.
They're just humans.
Body.
They might look a little bit like you.
Maybe. Slightly.
Yeah.
Unless you're a goblin.
Humans are humans.
I'm a vegetable. What does that mean?
Yeah.
But because they are humans, they are pretty much the driving force behind all of the kingdoms.
I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna say like all of the negative stuff happening, because that's usually what the case is.
Well, I mean,
They
we've
do
got
a
all of the
lot of
like.
negative stuff, but
We've also got like all of the Catholic dragonborns there in Spain,
Sure.
so
This is true. Yeah.
yeah, and they are the most numerous. They are like everywhere.
Of course.
To be fair, there's very few
It's
like
disease.
things so far that have been like quite focused. Dragonborn are quite focused where they are. Goliaths are very focused where they are. Half-orcs are more focused, but you can find most of these things like anywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah, people get around. Kobolds. So kobolds are small. They really like shields. And there are two types of kobolds. There are kobolds, and then there's the Morbus kobolds, which are no fun rules in because they're kind of creepy. The Morbus kobolds like disease and plague and like spreading it, but they're also kind of immune to disease and all that stuff. So to completely separate themselves from that, normal kobolds took on a very militaristic outlook on life. They are very much kobolds, but Romans. Like, kobold communities are called legions. They're very much into drilling with each other, working together, community, which is, I think, completely opposite to what kobolds normally are. They are very insular people. Like, and they are conscripted at a young age to learn everything. Basically, young kobolds will learn to like shield drills with themselves. Every kobold knows how to use a shield. And knows how to form a shield wall with fellow kobolds. That is their like big thing. They're very much into community and helping each other and working towards the greater good of whatever community they're part of.
I'm just
The
imagining.
great.
Yeah, they've also
They're
got
greater
a
good.
big affinity for. They're also very smart because they are small. They're all very much for traps and innovating. They've started getting guns and explosives, which is not good.
Oh,
for
no.
traps.
Oh, love that.
They gave the wizard a gun.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
correct.
and they have an affinity with dragons. They're something that get patronage by proper like dragons, and over time, their scales will slowly like adapt to share the same colorings as that dragon through like magical connections. Because kobolds are another ones that are descended from dragonkind. But yeah, they like dragons. They're also like smaller dragons that they end up like taming, and some of them they use as like walking artillery platforms and stuff. It would just be like a big, a dragon with a howdah on and like a bunch of guns or crossbows or something.
I was going to say the impenetrable wall of gunfire being a friend of, you know, the Vatican seems dangerous combination.
Yeah, there are dragons, not many, and they are all very different. Like red dragons, they are normal dragons you'd expect, but things like it's not black, like green dragons, they're more like sea serpents. They normally live like swampy areas or lakes and stuff, and they don't actually fly or anything like that. And then you've got dragons that are more like just big burrowing machines, things like that. Dragons, I'm putting as like all very different creatures.
I'm sure Cheeb can let us know the specific terms for each of them.
They are all dragons.
They're all basically worms, right? Pretty sure.
No.
No.
My
I will
dragonology
accept
book is
they're
at
all
my dad's
dragons,
house.
but I won't accept they're all worms.
When I put in type for, to designate what affects them, they are dragons. Lizard folk. Now, the lizard folk, you see, they're kind of all over the place, and they adapt. You see, like some of them are like little, more like frog people, geckos. Others like big, and they got big old frills. But a lot of them are in fact like initiated with the crime families, so they get a bit of a bad rep for that sort of thing.
Hang on, amphibian goons. What?
Amphibian mafia?
Yeah. We made that.
Axel Child and
I expect at some point we will see the trio pulling
Yeah.
nonsense.
Self-taught and Axel.
Child.
Uh, But yeah, lizard folk are everywhere as well, and they adapt. So, ones you might find in the forest will be adapted to living in the forest. So they might just not have the ability to swim or the ability to like hold their breath really long. But ones that live in the water will be adapted to that. Ones that live in the desert will be they evolve and adapt really quickly within like a couple of generations of where they're living. And yeah, they unfortunately are also associated with a lot of criminal families. Because they live up to 250 years, and this is all down to one particular lizard folk that kind of started a big crime organization and just spread it. So his kids kind of became crime lords, and just spread from there. So they just got a bad reputation because of one guy who spread across the continent with his kids. But they can be, yeah, pretty much everything. Some of them are like 3 foot tall and basically like geckos or frogs, and some are well over 7 feet and are more just like big masses of muscle and scale.
Well, now you're making me rethink my character.
But yeah, that's the
You
lizard,
can.
and they encompass all of the. They very much assimilate whatever traditions and everything they are by. They're as varied as, if not more, than humans. And they're very much, they learn everything and they fit in and blend in very quickly, very easily.
I'm just imagining like with dog breeds where you look at a Chihuahua and a Mastiff and you're like, these cannot be the same animal.
Yeah, but it's
with sentient lizards.
yeah, but it is. It's purely a cultural thing because lizard folk just because they are lizards, they just don't work the same like mentally. Like their emotions are a lot different, so they're actually quite hard to like read. Yeah, they're all over the place, and the traditional lizard folk, because I like the aesthetic, have a very like Aztec sort of aesthetic with that sort of weapons. The more like traditional ones, traditional. They like the sacrifices at the top of pyramids sort of thing, and living in tropical climates. I don't know what it is. It's just lizard people with Aztec theme. It just hits.
No, that sounds right.
Okay. We got the ogre. The ogre are. They're not too. They're only like a little bit taller than normal human, but they are 3 times as wide. The example given is like when they're young, they're like 200, 300 pounds. When they're older and they settle, they're like 700 to 800 pounds. But yeah, ogres are very large people. You could almost consider them. They've got like gigantism. Would be the easiest way to think of them. But they all innately have a very good sense of people. They are all very good at persuading people and convincing people, and they can just read people naturally. They don't have to just. They can just look at someone and read their emotions.
Hmm.
And yeah, and they can charm people without realizing they're getting charmed. And they're also very hard to charm themselves. But there aren't many of them. They're all over the place, and you'll only have one ogreish in a certain radius of the others. They all like instinctively know when there's other ogreish nearby, because they're that size, because they eat a lot. They take a lot of resources, so they purposely make sure there's not more than one of them in a certain radius, because then like they could eat two of them could eat a surrounding villages just out of house and home. But everyone likes ogreish because they are smart, because they're good business negotiators, having an ogre around to like oversee things is always a good thing. So, everyone likes the ogre.
Yeah.
Mm.
But young ogrish, before they settle down, they always just wander around. Say they live up to 300 years, so they've got a while before they need to settle down. Yeah, it's also like, it's a deep-seated thing. They have a wanderlust in like at a young age. They always want to get out and experience things because that will also help them later in life.
Okay.
Rodent folk. They're small. They are mouse. They are rat. You got mouselings and you got ratlings.
Mice.
Yeah,
Rits.
they are what you would expect from people-sized mice. They're good at working together. Yeah, they're good at working together. They are very good at getting out of places. They're very good at squeezing into places. Very sneaky, and surprisingly, they're all really good at telling stories and performing. Because they don't keep a written history. All of their history is oral. So every ratfolk learns how to tell a story. And they're all good at it. So a ratfolk bard or a mousefolk bard is a very common sight. They're also very much fond of stories. So they'll go around, collect stories so they can tell like there's several dozen kids and grandkids. About valiant heroes and stuff. They're as a species like obsessed with heroics, and
They can improve the whole show if they just change the ending. How?
I'm
Put it
just
closer to the
thinking of
beginning.
the Redwall books. I don't know if anyone else read those as a kid.
My mother read them to me and my brother when we were children. Not all of them though, but enough of them. Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking about
I mean, yes, there's that, but like
yeah.
the idea of them being like, "Oh, we're big storytellers and we like stories about
Yeah.
heroes." That's got Redwall written all over it.
Yeah, it does have Redwall written
Okay.
all over.
There are 3 left.
3.
So we have the Soulforged. These are horrible.
Well, that's a biased
What
start.
I'm listening.
So Soulforged are constructs. Yeah, that doesn't seem too bad, right?
Hmm?
So the way they're powered is a soul.
Mm-hmm.
Someone
Hence
else's
the name.
So what happens is the soulsmiths will come to someone. It might be you come to them by choice, but normally it's debtors or prisoners or desperate people that don't really have much else to lose. So they offer them a good amount of money for their soul. Their soul is then bound to a contract, and it cannot. That's it. Their soul ain't going anywhere. It ain't going to the afterlife. It ain't going anywhere else. And then they are used as the fuel source for the Soulforged. Now, that normally that means they're done. The Soulforged will awaken as the Soulforged. You'll have a few of your memories left, but effectively they've just wiped you of everything you were. That's what sort of. Or, in rare occasions, if you've got a really strong sense of will and self, or you're really experienced and have basically a lot of memories to try and get rid of, that translates to, if you're a high-level character, you would come to exist as a Soulforged and retain yourself. Maybe not all of yourself, but enough to be sentient and be aware of what's happening. Now, some people, they're fine with this. They go along with it. It's like, yeah, I've got a new lease on life. I am an immortal construct. I can just do what I want now. Other people, of course, don't, and they turn into self-destructive, or they become murderers. The standard, body dysphoria sort of thing.
Classic body dysmorphia, just murder.
I mean,
That's
That's
what
fair.
I always do when I feel.
absolutely fair.
But so the contract isn't just for your soul; it is also the contract for how long of service you've got for the Soul Forge. And of course, you can elect to get more money for a longer period, because if you're not going to remember it, you can spend all the money now while you're alive. But once you work off that contract, Soulforged are allowed to just do their own thing. So normally the ones that have retained themselves will actually go off and just live a life. Those that haven't learned enough, haven't gained enough experience, or because they are sentient beings, so they do learn and experience and remember and form new memories and all that sort of thing. If they've just not, they just might continue their employment, and they'll be stuck there for the rest of eternity. That's Soulforged. Wexokin. I realised that the bottom three are just the.
Hey, you don't talk about Jurgen like that.
So, a Wexokin.
Fine.
They are the doll that was left in the place of a kidnapped child from the Fae. The Fae kidnapped the child, not kidnapped from the Fae. That has the glamour from it has just worn off, and suddenly it's revealed that it's not actually the child, it's a doll. Generally, unfortunately, looks can have bad lives. Even if they're adopted and accepted afterwards, they normally leave anyway because of judging from neighbors, or mounting guilt of I am the person who I am. I'm just a replacement. So that's normally what happens, and Wex can normally become wanderers. But because they are immune to disease and such, they became really important when the Weeping Pox arrived. And when other big outbreaks have a lot of Wexican will go and help out. But when the disease leaves, eventually they will wander off again, because then the knowledge of what they are starts seeping back in. So Wexican are quite sad little people.
Is Jurgen
And then a
sad?
child size.
Is Jurgen sad?
Jurgen is not sad.
See?
Jürgen found a lodge, and the lodge is a nice little place for all of the misfits and unfortunate.
It helps that Jurgen's family is also definitely very sane and okay with Jurgen.
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe you.
Cool. Then
Also-
we've got the Wolven, who are the children of people that had werebear that had lycanthropy of some form. So they are half lycanthropes, but they can't transform, and they don't have a lot of the negatives. So they're basically just bestial people. They are the lycanthrope version of the Dampier, essentially.
Diluted werewolves. Or werebears.
Except for it's a lot harder for them to fit in, because unfortunately their lycanthropic past or ancestry, I should say, is very visible on them. Like they'll have just fur, or they might just be very hairy, but they've got very obvious like bone structure that isn't quite right. Like their proportions will be off. Their face will look more like ursine or something like that. There's just something about them that even if they're pretty much normal, there is something about them that will always set people off.
Look, if hairiness and posture are an issue, I'm dead.
Hey, Rufus.
There. That is all of the varied races you can make. Species.
Hurrah!
Species.
Hurrah.
Da-da-da.
Da-da-da.
Now we're done.
That was the session, everyone. Hope you enjoyed.
No more, I'm sure.
And now we're gonna work out characters as based on subclasses.
So, yeah, so you should have your sheets. You fill out a class, but you ignore the species thing because you have to add that yourselves. So things you need to figure out is what class you want to be, what species you want to be. The background is less important than those two. Background is important. It gives you a nice little feat, and it's what you're able to spend your attribute points on. Like, a scribe, for example. I think it's like intelligence, wisdom, and constitution. I think it's funny. It's constitution for a scribe. So you'll be able to spend points in like those to upgrade them a little bit further from standard, as opposed to soldier, which is of course like strength and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, so your background is like a little bit of who you are and what feat you get, but I think mainly it's what attribute distribution you want and a few of the starting skills. But the important stuff right now is what species want people want to be and what class. So
Hey, Kiro. You want to do a like werewolf vampire pair?
I don't know about that.
okay, so
I'm still thinking.
Many choices.
in the species and classes tab under subclasses, that is the new document. It's a PDF because Roll20 lets you upload PDFs now, which is nice. But because we've already got a couple in the early game. Now, can I extend this, please?
No.
I was just complimenting you, and now you don't.
No compliments.
The PDF viewer is a bit janky, but
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. And the other one, we've already got a bard, a cleric, a paladin, and a rogue.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can play the same things. I am fine with that. But I'd like to see all the other ones. It doesn't matter. So I got barbarian, druid, fighter, monk, ranger, sorcerer, warlock, wizard. So all of the three like big casters that everyone thinks about.
Big clusters.
There's
have a
also
quick-
and the monster hunter class as well.
Yes, that one. I'm curious about that one.
Okay. So for the monster hunter, you will have to fill out everything manually.
That's fine.
Which isn't exactly a bad thing if you're new to the sheet, because that way you'll know where everything goes.
Yeah.
it'd be like a tour.
Yeah. But for what they do, barbarian, the path of the wrathful dead. When you rage, because that's the barbarian's big thing, you get like a bunch of ghostly benefits. I think you're faster. You can like move through terrain and things like that. you basically take on like a slightly incorporeal form, which is pretty neat, and it means that the barbarian can get a lot of places that normally they wouldn't.
Hey, Dark.
Go ghost mode.
My screen is still the map.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's,
yeah,
you can look at the tabs. If over on the right, there's like a book icon at the top. Click on that, and you can see like all of the species that he was going through. And at the bottom, there's also subclass and class PDFs there.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
Let's
need
do
it.
that
I was like,
ourselves.
he was talking about seeing things, and I was like, I still see a mountain.
Yeah,
If you-
no, no.
if
it's
you need
Mountain
help-
is there.
It's saying something.
If you need help with navigation in Roll20, do let us know, because it's not necessarily
Yeah.
intuitive.
No.
Druid Circle of Entropy. I don't. What do you do?
They're nihilists.
Mm.
Everything ends, they're just sad.
Oh,
Oh,
they
yeah.
get nukes.
Okay, everything's gonna end
Oh,
like that,
hell
sure.
I mean, that's how they know that everything's gonna end.
They're going to be the ones doing it.
Mm.
Classic druids.
Okay. I mean, the tagline.
Blow it all up.
Yeah, the tagline of it is become an instrument of decay and ruin.
Fair enough.
What do you, yeah, they get elemental cataclysm. So, what do they get? When they take a rest, they pick a thing. It's a short rest or a long rest. You pick a thing, and yeah, elemental cataclysm. You pick a place and it explodes. Righteous smite. You hit something really, really hard. Weapon masteries. That is the least impressive one out of those two.
They're good with sticks.
Ruining as a bonus action, you can spend one. You see a wild shape. Oh, that's really good. For like 10 minutes, they become just really strong. They gain advantage on attacks against bloodied enemies. Bloodied is half health. You can act twice instead of once when you take the attack actions. That's cool. You have an armor class of 15 plus your wisdom modifier. Wow,
That's pretty neat.
that's really strong. Okay, so the Circle of Entropy is pretty funky.
That's only for 10 minutes.
Yeah, but still, like, that will get you through most fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus it's easy wild shape, so I think you get to do that twice. So it's two big fights you get to have.
Yeah, neat.
Yeah.
But instead of
fighter,
becoming an aminal.
the Night Watcher is he's a Night Watcher. He's a Night Guard.
Night
Night
Watcher,
Guard.
Night Watcher.
That's pretty much all the Night Watcher is. They're
Like, in terms of lore, this is so, like, mundane compared to all the other ones.
yeah, it's really the Night Watcher. I think is the most fighter of fighters somehow.
You could be a
Because
PI.
it's some guy who's really, really good at their job.
Oh, how mysterious.
It's like so mundane amongst all these other classes that it becomes funny again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets always on guard. What do you get? You get expertise in one skill, so he gets better at a skill. He also gains 2 extra skills. Okay, the fighter he's like, hi, I'm a fighter. I've got like 6 skills. What up? Like, what?
You get,
It's Steve the Night Watch.
you
Pretty
get dark
much.
vision.
Yeah. You get expertise, you get even more skills. You
Don't be
have dark
surprised.
vision. If you already have dark vision, it's increased by a further 60 feet. You
Ooh.
can't be surprised. You have advantage on initiative and perception, so you see everything, you notice everything. And when
Well, that's a fun one. It's a little...
and what you can like once a rest, you can shout out to all your friends and give them advantage on initiative.
Advantage on initiative and move half their speed without provoking op attack.
So he is the most basic, but he's really, really good at his job.
You
Yeah.
can set things up real well.
Yeah, like he'll be a good tank and just general fighter, but also just like a support person. Because yeah, the warning shout's amazing because that means that you're really likely to just go first in the fight and get in a good position.
And get
just
everyone else in a good
it's a
position
very
as well.
yeah, it's a very basic thing, but it's a very solid thing. You know, it's something that you will always have get used out of pretty much. The Monk of Regret has Shadow Ninjutsu. They make
More interesting.
They make clone. They make shadow clones. They can teleport to them. They can do like op attacks from them. The Primordial
Nothing to smell,
Archer.
kid.
Yeah, the Primordial Archer. They are an archer, but they're a really, really good archer. Like because they can make elemental arrows and they can swap it at a moment's notice, sort of thing. I really like the Primordial Archer. It just makes them an actual good ranger.
Insert all the words that Atreus shouts in fight.
Yeah.
Kilfa.
There, those ones.
Sorcerer, in the Apocalypse Sorcerer. What was they are a sorcerer. You get a few interesting spells. The main thing about them is they have unhinged asseverations, so they can make spell scrolls that anyone can use, even if you're not a sorcerer, which is really strong, and put meta magic on it. So they can hand the scroll to someone, and if it's got like, it doesn't require. It doesn't require the words. Like normally, you could have it like silent spell, so you could just look at this and cast it. You wouldn't have to read it out or anything. You could read it out in your head, and it would just be cast. And even if so like the fighter who doesn't have magic could be like, I cast haste to myself. There you go. Yeah, it's a simple thing. Use sorcery points, but that's fun. But I think Chibi's doing that with the idea. The Warlock, the Coven of the Hag. I've not read this one, but people were like going, "This is great" on the Discords.
Do you want to be a hag?
With
You be a hag. Which time?
what do you get? You get whole person, identify, locate object, ray of sickness. That's a lot of spells to just get. And you also get something called the Hag's Eye, crafted from a real eye.
Yep.
Oh, wonderful.
Here's the hags. Bloodborne. You play Bloodborne?
Fitted into a ring panel. It counts as your arcane focus. The hags can see through the eye. If you lose the eye, they don't like it. You may cast Hex without expending a spell slot equal to your charisma modifier. That's nice, 3 hexes. Hexes, you cast it on someone, and whenever you hit them, you do a bit of extra damage. I mean, that's a lot of just like 3 little casts. That's pretty neat.
Oh, that's pretty
And
neat.
the Demonologist, which I think Chris was gonna go for, is a wizard that gets some warlock stuff and decides whether they want to nick power from the devils or the angels.
Classic.
Classic. What could possibly
Yeah,
go wrong?
That's them. And there is the Monster Hunter. The Monster Hunter they are smart. They are good at doing monstery things. They can learn all about monsters just by looking at them. What do they have? They have the Carver's Guild, which is good for getting bits for making stuff from monsters, and they're also like heavily armored and very up in your face. The Devourer's Guild that's like Witcher sort of thing. They eat bits of slain foes to gain like powers, and they can make potions for it stuff. The Occultist, I've not looked too much into it, but I think that's actually more like the Witcher, like a magic side of stuff, so it's not big spells, but you do get a lot of the utility spells sort of thing. And the Trapper is the crazy monster person who makes like spring traps and armor and all sorts of nonsense.
Okay.
Yeah, the trapper is the little friend that all like Van Helsing has. It's like, here's all of your equipment. That's what the trapper is. They're the one that makes a lot of the weird and wonderful Monster Hunter-y stuff. Like, yeah, one hit is it's a spring that you wear in your chest, and something hits you, it doesn't, and then both of you get like flung away.
It was Looney Tunes nonsense.
You get a load of gadgets, like they can make elemental arrow ammunition, scorpion, you can shoot things in like anchors to the things, so they get like chained to the floor sort of things, silver bombs, special poison, terrain cloak, they can pretend to be a bush.
Tend to be a bush.
Again,
shrubbery.
The trapper is very cool and useful, but they are no doubt the silliest one.
Oh, it sounds great though. I want to be a shrubbery.
Perfect.
You can totally be a shrubbery if you want.
Not too late to completely
No.
change plan.
Yeah, you can.
Just like, I am disguised as a shrubbery, and it just zooms out there in the middle of a tavern. Just like
Just a cardboard cutout like you see in those elementary school plays.
yeah, neat.
Just like nice and
Shrubbery.
neat.
But yeah, that's all the stuff.
It's very simple.
Okay.
The little white fence. Right. What's his people's goings falls? Like I said, I was drawn towards the wizard,
A whimsard.
the wonderful wizard of gods.
I don't know. I read
Fair.
through a little bit between classes. So, Dark, are you wanting to just work with the subclasses that are here in this document?
Yes, ideally, because they're the places ones to see how they work.
Okay, cool. Then I will ignore the ones that I saw in the Grim Hollow Player's Guide PDF thing.
But when we do other ones, then yeah, sure. Yeah, but the first one I want to try out the new stuff to see how it goes.
Yeah. I mean, I pretty much said it already, and I don't think I've changed plans. So I'm gonna be a sorcerer.
Sorcerer.
A sorcerer.
I'm not making that joke.
No, do. I want to know
No,
what the joke is now.
no terms of service. No.
But
Oh, the Monster Hunter has changed. Some things are the same, but they get like studied response now. So if you're within 60 feet of something, you can use your action to be like, "Hey, idiot, duck," and the enemy will get like disadvantage on the attack. You can just use your action to just be like, "Nope, you're missing, my friend. Thank you," which is really useful. Or is it? No, I am thinking of something else. You get to just shoot them. So I think for the Monster Hunter, ideally would be range, or would have a ranged option. Yeah, if something tries to hit your friend within 60 feet, if you can use your action to just shoot them. Or hit
Nope.
them if you're next to them. So you just get like loads of extra attacks.
I mean, that feels Bloodborne-y. Sort of parry with the gun.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the rest looks pretty much the same. They've just changed some stuff.
It does.
Like at 5th level, they get to add their brains to their damage and attack rolls, which is nice.
There are 11
that is a
pages. There are 11
Yes.
pages just for the
Not-
Monster Hunter class, which is a lot.
Yeah, only
Yeah.
2 of them is actually like the base Monster Hunter. The rest is all the subclasses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not so.
Mhm.
So they don't get like 2 attacks anymore, but they are more likely to hit. And I suppose they still do technically get 2 attacks. They just use reaction for it. Oh, the carver does the. You hit them and then you give them disadvantage and does more damage.
Yeah, I'm looking at the guilds. The various guilds.
The Lollipop Guild?
Yeah,
Oh.
the carvers are your, like really heavy
Yeah.
armored, very up in your face monster.
Well, I was talking about this all with my brother yesterday, and he did jokingly say that I could be like a Belmont or my Bloodborne Hunter or something, and I do kind of sort of actually want to play as my Bloodborne Hunter a little bit. And I
Oh,
keep
yeah.
thinking that, like, for species, either Dreamer or Soulforged sounds like it would fit for that kind of character. I'm trying to decide between that, and I'm also like the Monster Hunter. Yes, that fits perfectly. Trying to figure out the class, and honestly, the Devourer Guild is probably the most Bloodborne one. But I'm looking at the others as well, the Carver one and the Trapper one, and all that. I'm looking through them. So I'm thinking, but yeah.
Wait, what are you thinking,
Yeah.
Ragdoll?
I mean, I kind of want to do one where I don't have to think that much about what I'm doing.
Be
So,
be the fighter who's just really good at their
Yeah,
job.
have you considered the Night Watcher?
yeah, and that's what I was sort of looking at as far as I was already thinking martial class because we've already got like 2 mages covered. So it's like, okay, well, probably barbarian or fighter. And since we're not using the stuff from the PDF, I'm not going to go with the Primal Spirit one. So it's the Wrathful Dead would be fun for RPG purposes, but since this is mostly playtest, I think I'm going to just go the Call the Night Watch.
Hell yeah.
To be fair, it looks like I was considering that for my other character originally.
Yeah.
Then I ended up
So,
doing
yeah,
a rogue and a wizard.
Yeah, so the fighter is good at just being like the nice steady front line. Barbarian is bad at doing damage, and yeah, the Path of the Raffle gives you that option. Because you get faster and a difficult terrain.
Yeah, I think I'll mess around with the Barbarian one when we do a more extensive version of this. So we'll just go fighter. So let's see. How's the character sheet set up? Oh boy.
So, Kira, are you going Monster Hunter then?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so we will.
I'll need that to make my own character sheet, right? Or something.
Yes.
Okay. Don't know how to, but I will note things down. Try to.
Doing level 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's changed.
There we go. Okay, yeah, split that up. Well, we can walk through stuff as we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, for people using character, so that would probably just be mainly Ragdoll. So for classes, you always want to pick the 2024 one, and you can put the level up to 3. Question: so do we want to do just average HP, so we don't have to worry about roll, or do you want to roll, and if you take less than average, take average?
I mean, I like rolling HP because
Yeah,
it can
I
only
like.
get better.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's
so-
that.
Less
Yeah.
than average. If you get average, then yeah, I'd say roll. Yeah.
Okay, so for the people on the character creator, where it says class, and it's got like the what level you want to be.
Mhm.
Next to your hit points, there is a little pad and paper symbol. If you click on that, you can roll from there. Because currently it will show you what the average is on the dice roll. So if you get less than that, just undo it. So you only get like one roll each though.
Oh, that was less.
Not sure. Where am I looking?
That was more. Yay!
No, where it says
Oh.
if you put in your class and gone to the next page,
Yeah.
you'll be able
You
to up
pick-
your level to 3.
Pick class. Select
Um,
class. Okay, okay.
Yeah, so you pick 2024 version of the fighter. If you want to be the Night Watcher.
Okay, and then I've got hit next. I'm at level builder, level 3.
Yeah.
What do I click for? The hit points roll.
Next to hit
There's
points
like
is
a little notepad symbol next to hit points.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When you hover over it, it'll go green.
Does it? Oh
Okay.
yeah, it does.
So I level up mine to 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all level
Okay.
3.
And yeah, where it says hit points, for now, it will just give you the average number. So remember whatever that number says.
Oh, yeah. Hold on here a sec, because it's the monster is not like a thing. We actually have to like input it.
Okay, gotcha.
So I
Right.
will
Okay.
edit sheet directly.
Okay.
You get the special
Yeah,
treatment.
I can because I can do it like with you just to see what like so. You just see like
Okay.
the normal sheet. Yeah, nothing's like there.
Yeah, I just see the sheet. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we will go through that.
Okay, I found the button. Rolled them both, and one of them got the average of 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine got average of 6 and then below
And-
average, so no improvement.
If it gets below average, just click the undo, and it will keep the average one.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, the other one got a little above average of 8, so I'm keeping that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 hit points is never a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, what we can do, Kiro, is we can find like
Oh,
a day
you're
when we're both free and we can just do that together.
Sure.
So not having to worry about like talking over people.
Okay, that's fine.
So in that case, we will. Also, one thing I really about it, you've got a notes section. So let's put down stuff in your notes section. So remember we won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it currently on like the note view? Kira?
It is on the character sheet. You mean the bio and info, or?
Okay, so it doesn't show you when I like open things up. Okay.
No,
Ah,
I
so-
do have a I do have a Google Doc open on another tab that I've just been noting things down for, so I can do
yeah.
that.
So we
Keep
can
doing that.
That's no problem.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
should have put 'em on.
I'm on Fighter 2024, but I don't see Night Watchman in the subclasses.
No.
Yeah, because
Yeah, we're doing
it's
that
playtest,
manually.
You'll have to just add those bits in.
So it'll yell at you.
It'll
and
be
say,
for later. You can just leave that as the orange exclamation mark for now. But do go through like the level things to see if there's any orange exclamation marks there, because you might get stuff just from the fighter thing. But you can leave the subclass empty essentially.
What am I thinking? Yes, because you're. So, On the class sheets, Ragdoll, on level 1, there's a little drop-down menu, because you get weapon masteries, so you want to go through that and pick some of them.
Okay, weapon mastery choice. What do I think sounds interesting?
Yeah.
Rifle mastery.
Become the gun kobold.
Yeah, I think that's part of Esper.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of systems mixed in here, so you might occasionally see like, oh, you're good with laser rifles. Ignore
Yeah,
those.
I've tried taking them out, but the game is
Excellent.
locked.
There's always a rifle.
Yeah, because I think Esper is the sci-fi version of D&D.
Semi-automatic pistol mastery.
Those kobolds are
Classic
clever.
semi-automatic pistol.
Yeah.
3 kobolds in a World War I trench coat.
Hell yeah.
And then on the other end of the spectrum, dart mastery.
Hey, Claudio's got that.
And blowguns. Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking sword and board.
Yeah, so one thing, well, you need to pick a couple of weapons. So all the weapons have a certain mastery. And it depends on the weapon. I know there is a big old list that is easy to find on this. Where is it? So I've got it in the other game.
That's just...
Oh, I can cheat, can't I?
Cheat? What? Cheating
I
at your
can
own
nab
game.
it from Odyssey.
Yeah, I'm looking through the Grim Hollow guide, the original one. At the subclasses in that, because I never actually looked. And there's the monk one. Looks fun. Way of Pride. They value themselves above all others. They focus on mastering their form, ego, and destructive power. I could have been Mal.
You
Could have been Mal.
now.
Could have been.
Could have been. What could have
Maybe.
been?
Maybe another time.
Maybe yeah.
Look at that Mal
Another
adjacent gremlin
campaign.
in the art. Anyway. Another time, perhaps.
We go weapon mastery. Yeah, the weapon mastery. There he is. Cleave. So if you hit something, you can hit another enemy. But you don't do quite as much damage. Graze, you do damage even if you hit. Nick, if you've got 2 light weapons, you get to do like extra attacks or free. Push, you can push something 10 feet. Stat, you give disadvantage on something if you pop it. Blow, you make something 10 foot slower. Topple, you knock it over. And Vex, you have advantage on your next attack against a thing. So does it show you what they do? No, it doesn't. It just says what they are. Helpful. I don't know whether you want to pick them because of what they do or just like because of feats.
Okay, so I've got short sword, battle axe, and maul for weapons.
Miss, I don't see any reason why Mal and Mox can't be in the same room together. You will be fine.
Actually, I suppose the question is: do you want to be a strength fighter or a dex fighter? Because a strength fighter normally wears like a lot of armor and uses like strength weapons. Dex Fighter is also ranged normally, but they use the more nimble stuff.
I think I'll probably go Strength Fighter just because we've got. It's nice to have someone who can take a hit in the front line.
Okay, so instead of the short sword, then you want the long sword because that's the strength version.
Okay.
The maul is a big two-handed hammer sort of thing. Yeah.
Well, I mean, having something two-handed in there isn't a bad idea.
Yeah. So as the fight, you also want like a couple of different damage types. You've got sword will be slashing, the maul will be blunt. What was the other thing you had? Flail?
Oh, is there flail in here? Oh, there is flail in here. Okay, we'll replace the battle axe with flail.
Ah, it's balance.
Hell yeah.
Well, what is it? So, because yeah, longsword and battle axe both the same damage and they're both slashing.
Yeah, well, I mean, because my brain usually goes, you've got slashing, you've got blunt damage, and you've got piercing. But piercing is usually the like bows and stuff, and it's like I'm not gonna. We've already got a couple people who can do ranged.
Yeah, that's fair. So for like, I think Morning Star is the best, or Fusion for just like melee, or a war pick. Okay.
Okay.
So Kiro, what monster hunting guild were you thinking of?
I am still thinking about it. I am yeah.
Let's think.
Let's see what
Species.
um yeah, probably Trapper guilds. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. But still
Yeah.
thinking about it, but leaning towards Trapper, yes.
As for species, you can also skip that one because the whole system is different, basically.
Yeah.
So
We've got our own
Oh,
species.
okay.
yeah,
There's going to be a lot of exclamation
yeah.
marks because it thinks you've done it wrong. But we're doing
Yeah.
it ourselves.
Yeah.
you
It's the
can pick a back
heritage system.
road.
Yeah, heritage system is you just put in the stuff you want.
Mhm.
I don't know what background I want for monks.
Yeah,
Monks, what are you?
backgrounds are in the compendium. So if you see on the upper right, there's a little stack of books. If you click that, there should be a backgrounds thing, and you can
Yeah.
scroll through those. I didn't know about these either until Monday. Also, Miss, I was just scrolling through this. There's an origin subclass in Grim Hollow called the Haunted. So Evie can be
Hell yeah.
Evie can be a character.
I like how there's a background that's celebrity.
Yeah, you can be a celebrity.
I think that's also Esper.
Yeah, I think if you want to play it safe, just pick whatever has the 2024 thing with them.
Yeah.
Um,
Can I just remove Esper from my game? I don't actually own it. I think
If he's not haunted, exactly, just like Ray, because ghosts don't exist.
It's asbestos. What don't you get?
Ah, the
Ray,
asbestomancer.
famously not
Not
haunted,
ghosts.
has never seen a deep one in his life. That's just a
No,
fish.
no.
Just a
Also,
fish and
yeah.
a collective hallucination. It's fine.
Yeah. Also, I just read through the guilds again just to double check, and I think, yeah, Trapper Guild is the one I'm gonna go with.
Acme
sure.
traps. Be
Yes.
the wily coyote you want to see in the world.
I can be a shrubbery!
Yeah, insane.
Esper. Go away, Esper. I don't want you in my game.
That's great,
Oh
that's
no!
As per usual.
Mog's
Oh,
wood
yeah,
on
that's
You get it, Bear. Oh yeah. Exactly.
shrubbery.
The knights are saying me!
Look at the scribe background.
Also, by the way, just in advance, I don't think I can do any accents at all, so it's gonna be, whenever I talk, it's gonna be like Metal Gear Solid 3, when they're talking quote-unquote Russian.
Okay, so you're a crapper. What species you thinking?
Um...
Are you on Ragdoll doing the Dampier Wolver thing?
I mean, we could.
The Dreamer kind of works with Bloodborne as well.
Yeah, I was thinking the Dreamer works with Bloodborne. Also, Soulforged kind of works with Bloodborne as well. A little bit. But yeah, I think I'll go with Dreamer. Yeah. But
It's tricky.
And this is why session 0 is always a separate session. And this is why the first session of any RPG, whether it be you're playing a video game or playing on tabletop, is just we're making characters. Because character creation takes for fucking ever.
yeah, I do also. Ragdoll does have a point though. I do like the Dampier Wolven as well,
Yeah.
and that is, I mean, Father Gascoigne was a hunter.
Yeah. Did you embrace the beast? Get the beast rune?
I could embrace the beast. I could become a vile blood or a pure blood or whatever it is. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, sure. I'll be Dampier Wolven. Whatever.
Yeah, which one? Who's gonna be what?
Yeah. So which one do you want to be, Ragdoll?
I mean, I was kind of thinking it was the fun idea of you're half vampire and also a hunter, and meanwhile I'm a random half
I'm
werewolf, whatever, who's just like a member of the city guard.
Sure.
Don't hunt me.
I'll be Alucard, but hunter, Bloodborne hunter.
Hunter must hunt.
You do not
Played.
necessarily have to be half werewolf. The examples given are werebears, were-ravens.
Oh yeah, I saw that in the
Also
book.
be
Under
a
Wolven, it was werebear, and I
a
thought you were
were-crocodile. Those exist.
Yeah.
So the most common ones are werewolves and werebears.
More bear characters.
Also, Chris, yes, maybe. Also, I love that.
You could be a werebear. Werebear, you're there.
Yeah.
Hi, bear.
Going to be a Dampier.
Dampier.
Okay, so in the species thing, there is the dampier. So you want to click on that. So what do you get? You get draining attack, which is when you bite someone with your fangs. You can drain some hit points from them.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, where am I putting this?
No, yeah, we'll do that when we do like everything again. So
Okay.
Everything actually. Everything
Okay.
sheet.
I'll
It's like
write down.
yeah. So yeah, you've got the. I suppose this also let's do the ragdoll. I haven't heard this before. So from the traits, you get the 8 there. You can swap them out with anything else in the various traits. So you can customize things however you like, or you can take it. You can take one less trait to have one of them a second time to gain a better advantage. Like for example, Dampier get the draining attack, so when you bite people, you gain temporary hit points equal to the damage. There's no limit to that. You just get that. That's kind of crazy. But if you take it twice, the enemy would actually receive a penalty to their maximum HP, so it's hard for them to heal back from it. Well, they can't heal back from it. And you get like natural attack fangs, so you get a natural weapon that's pretty dang strong.
Okay.
What does it get? Well protected, so your natural AC is 13 plus your dexterity, which is that's equivalent to like medium armor without any other penalties. That's better than any other like light armor you're actually gonna get, unless it's magical. Climber gives you a climb speed equal to your walking speed. Dark vision if they're dark.
Mm-hmm.
Eager Deceiver, you're trained in deception naturally.
Okay.
Then you've got Magical Savvy and Magical Savant. Magical Savant's like the advanced version of Magical Savvy, so Friends, that's like a little cantrip that makes it easy for you to like talk to people, and Charm Person, Charm Person. So that's what you get from being a Dampier. So if there's anything you want to change that for, if there's any idea of
all of those.
what you want
Any of
to,
those.
yeah, because there's enough like traits that if there's something you want to do, it's probably there or something similar.
Okay.
So if there's
Do I need to? Is there like a limited number? Do I need to choose between these traits, or like these the ones that are naturally with Dampier? And then if I
these
wanted,
ones that you naturally have, you have
okay, and if I want,
you can reduce your speed by 5 foot, which is a square basically, to get an extra
okay.
trait if you want.
Oh, gotcha.
But
Okay,
like
I
these
see.
are the natural ones, you can swap them out for anything else, so you can customize your
Okay.
character pretty much however you want. Like, I mean, you could do something of like just changing the cantrip and the spell for anything else you might want, or not being magical at all and picking something else. So it's up to
Okay.
you. Like, how do you envision your character? What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like the heritage system, because you can you can just have a concept and build towards it, not just pick something and go, it's close enough, or you can actually
Yeah.
pick the traits you want to have. Like, if you want to be quicker, you can have fleet foot, because 5 foot movement. You want to be naturally athletic, that's athletic spirit.
I don't know if they would have it do any magic or cantrip or anything like that. I think that they would want to rely more on their tools and long range for the most part. But I mean, natural tech, the fangs and stuff is good for close up if that happens. Don't know if they'd be able to climb if they're a Bloodborne hunter.
Yeah.
That's not something they do.
Good point.
Well,
Jokes.
yeah,
They can
Fleetfoot.
fall.
Okay, this is when you take the gameplay engine and go, but what if they could?
Well, what if they could?
It's
I
up to
know, but it
you.
doesn't feel right. Yeah, I think I do like these traits, yes. Um, and I don't know the others well enough at the moment to pick and
It's,
choose. I will look at them.
I mean, yeah. So like, yeah, but between sessions you can look at stuff if you want.
Yeah,
Like, if there's anything that comes to mind, like, oh, I would like to do that, or this is
yeah, I'll let you
something I
know if
want
that
for them to be able
happens.
to do.
But as it is, I think I'm okay with the
Like,
yeah.
say if you want to be like really good with the tools you get, there is masterful aptitude, so you'll get like double your proficiency when using them, stuff like that.
Nice. Okay.
So you'll be really good at using your stuff. But I think that would take something else that you would technically get earlier, but I just let you pick like a different tool later on, sort of thing.
Okay. Okay. Uh, what is Fleetfoot again?
Fleetfoot is just an extra 5 foot of movement.
Okay, gotcha.
If you give up 5 foot of movement to get that.
I know that yeah.
Now shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give up like I give up 5 feet to of movement to get like that proficiency bonus, I guess. For now, I'll take another look and see if I want to swap out anything for anything else.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, it all depends like sort of character. Like if you
Yeah.
didn't have like any of the roleplay stuff, like not being good at deception or the magic, you could have the better craftsman stuff. You could also get like fade away, where you can just become invisible for a little bit.
Yes, that. Yes. Sorry. I don't relate to that at all. What are you talking about? So what is magical savant again and magical savvy?
Someone that you can cast charm person and friends.
Okay.
Sort of gives you an extra spell. You can change that.
Yeah, I don't know if I would really try to charm people, or well, just not friends, but maybe like strangers. Yeah. I don't know. Well, I mean, what if they notice my fangs? And I don't want
What if
that.
that is my fangs?
I know. Don't look at my fangs.
You're still on your friends. Do it. Miss is advocating for friend charming.
Oh, I see. Okay, use it on your friends. I see. That's why you're laughing.
Okay.
So maybe. Yeah.
I was gonna say, charm person is good. The problem is that when you charm person someone, they know you charm person when it wears off.
Yeah. So yeah, I did see that in the book as well, which I don't like that either. I think I would like to replace one of those with the fade away.
The opposite of charm person.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't notice me. So yeah, I think that's like
because those two are actually like it'll go savvy and then savant. You get rid of like savant.
okay. Yeah, I'll get rid of savant.
Savant is like the upgraded version of savvy.
Okay, yes, I'll get rid of Savant and instead fade away. And I don't want to charm my friends either, so I might replace that one with something else's too, as well.
Oh, why doesn't that show up on the thing?
Yeah, all depends what you want to do. There is things like
Where are the traits?
Oh, poor boy.
in species. There's the combat, exploration, and role playing.
Okay.
There are quite a lot.
Yeah.
You could, a nice easy one is quick initiative. So you would add your initiative bonus to your dexterity, to your initiative. Sorry. No, add your proficiency bonus to your initiative, so you're more likely to go first in a fight.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Yeah, so can I add?
Quick initiative.
Because yeah, that also kind of like fits in the whole vampires being like quick and
Yeah.
active. Yeah, so
Sounds good.
Invisible, you can also like for
Should
Okay.
Griff be proficient at bagpipes? There's the question.
Yes.
Question.
Is the answer. Yes. I don't know why.
The answer is yes and no. Yes, because it would be funny. No, because it would be annoying.
Is anyone really proficient in bagpipes when it comes down to it?
No, the
I
missus
mean, I
in
guess
chat,
the better
you know.
question would be, would anyone know you're proficient in bagpipes?
Why is proficient in bagpipes or not?
It was just an option, and I thought it'd be funny.
Sure.
so the other thing would be backgrounds. What makes most sense? And I will say a few that are more likely to apply. Or actually, where do you see your vampire like spending a lot of their time? Like what sort of life might they have try and fit in?
Share the slutty York with me. I take it all back.
Oh no, slutty blackmail.
No, do it, miss. Do it. Well, you said that they're usually in that dark area.
What background is Griff?
What did I go with? Scribe, because it mentioned working for a government agency, and I'm like, yep.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Page 96. Okay, let's.
I picked guard. No, it will be actually right. Hold on.
Oh no,
that also makes sense.
I'm a guard dog.
Entertainer
or guard bear.
monks.
Guard bear. Yeah, unfortunately, when I have a drop-down menu up, it doesn't show up on screen. I can fix that for next time. But... And you gonna fix that now?
Backgrounds. There they are. Okay.
No.
I don't know. There's like criminal if you want to stay to the shadows. They also give you thieves' tools, which is quite nice, and it'll let you increase your dexterity, intelligence, constitution, which is kind of what you want.
Sure. Yeah. What was that again?
Criminal.
Criminal. Okay.
Criminal.
Oh,
That's what I went for with
A
Claudia.
criminal.
From the
A
We have a
criminal.
criminal amongst us.
No, among
Oh
us.
no. And it's not like we do all the crimes already. Yeah, sure. I'll be a criminal.
That one not
It's
sure.
all
But
crimes.
the other one
yeah.
actually,
Paint us up.
which is in the same sort of thing, is Wayfarer.
Oh, okay.
You grew up on the streets surrounded by similarly ill-fated cast-offs, a few of them friends and a few of them rivals. You slept where you could and did odd jobs for food. At times when the hunger became unbearable, you resorted to theft. Still, you never lost your pride and never abandoned hope. Fate is not finished with you yet.
Yeah, I think I'll go with the Wayfarer.
Yeah, so that gives you the lucky feat.
Okay.
What does lucky do? I think that's just you get like a bunch of. You gain luck points equal to proficiency bonus.
I will still do crimes. Don't worry, miss. But yes, Wayfarer.
Sorry, I just had to
Do
choose.
all the crimes.
I had to choose cantrips for
Oh, no,
Griff,
they've
and one of the
changed
options
it.
is
Okay.
friends. And I'm like, nah.
Fuck this
No,
Magically make his own friends.
Oh no, he's not that sad.
friends are not for Griff. No.
He's forcing people to be his friend through magic.
What are you saying, Dark? Sorry.
Yeah, so yeah, Wayfarer, you can increase your dexterity, wisdom, and charisma. I mean, it'd be dex probably.
Oh, I get some
And lucky, like you get luck points, so you can give yourself advantage or your enemies disadvantage, or your friends, I guess, if you really don't like them. And like proficiency with thieves' tools. So.
Okay.
How does that compare to criminal? Say, because yeah, like these aren't definitive. These are more just like examples. Like, because yeah, criminal, for example, is a very wide definition. Like, Aladdin was technically a criminal, but he wasn't exactly a bad guy or anything.
He stole bread
No.
for his
He
monkey.
was hungry.
Get that
His
drunk
monkey was
gamer?
hungry.
The monkey has a sword.
I don't know why
Yeah.
the bit with the monkey eating the bread at the beginning of Aladdin was my favourite when I was a kid. He chomps. Doesn't let no one else have the
Because
bread.
he chopped the bread. I
No.
love that bit too.
Yeah, no.
You're not alone. Yeah. That was good.
Spells. I'm gonna choose spells.
Same.
Why am I a wizard?
Because you love admin, right?
Oh, Griff does.
And
on-
that's why you're a wizard.
Okay, so on the plus side, you've taken casters that only have those spells, as opposed to the cleric, who's like, I have the entire cleric spell list. Same as druids.
Yeah, but still.
It's more limited. You do have to make the finite choices, which is true, and they are definitive. But
Candy blast.
it also means
Okay. So
Where's
I've
Candy
got
Blast from? Hey, I found
Guard.
I found the Sinterklaas spell.
I don't know.
You summon a handful of hard candy, boiled sweets, mints, jelly beans, etc., and hurl them at the target you can see within range.
Oh, that's from folders.
App Sinterklaas.
Griff will just be the candy man in the van.
But I will say the spells from
Mute.
the Grim Hollow Player's book you can also have if you want.
Yes. That involves knowing them.
What's in the Grims of Hollows?
So,
Sorcerer.
okay, Sorcerer, you can have Calling Card, which
Calling card.
it's a stupid spell. You touch a corpse and mark it with a magical mark. You can choose to make it a visible mark that appears as a rune or a word written on flesh, or you can just make it invisible. Creatures who specifically examine a corpse for Calling Card automatically detect one, whether visible or invisible.
Done.
Calling
It's
Card.
the spell of leaving a card
I can
with
also
your
do that.
name on it.
Oh,
It's
everyone
the
can get it.
serial. It's the serial killer spell.
Yeah.
That or the Phantom Thief spell.
Do they kill
Menace.
people?
I mean, if you're bad at it, I guess.
Because the Calling Card is specifically on a corpse. Unless you just keep like dead rats or something with you, just put one down.
I just
What else?
Oh, I can give monks the spell of hand detachment.
oh no! Oh no! The implications.
Does he need more help making his body horrifying to behold?
I'm not gonna, but
Yeah,
I can't give him creeping touch.
I hate that spell. There's also consumption. Ghost Light's good.
Yeah. What
Flash.
is Ghost Light?
Sense Lifeblood. I imagine that's just like sense things that are alive.
Fiend Flesh. Sanguine Shield. What's Fiend Flesh?
I don't say.
Okay.
Did you end up taking the ability to see in the dark?
What?
I'm talking to Chief, sorry.
No, sorry, I was reading
Um,
something else.
I mean, you could spell.
I will, yes. Once I get to that point. Should probably figure it out.
You touch a
No.
willing creature until the spell ends. The target's skin has a red scaly appearance, and the target is resistant to cold, fire, and lightning damage, and they're immune to poison damage. That's really good.
Yeah, hang on, I'll
If you
just...
don't mind turning your friends into devils briefly, but
Listen, it's Fuck, I don't know the English word. I was about to make a joke, but I... An
That's fair.
STD?
well,
Oh, that's fair.
actually, it lasts up to an hour. It's concentration. That's actually a really good one to stick on the fighter. To make them just like tanky.
Yeah. I'm gonna figure out my traits real quick before I continue spells, just in case. It's like...
Yeah.
Let me just... I should probably have done it earlier, but you know. But yeah, I do want dark vision. Monk says dark vision in his one eye.
And I imagine, Kira, you're gonna go for more for like a smart, dexterous Dampier and just kind of shoot stuff.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Also...
Yeah, that'll work. I mean, you won't have to buy armor, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because yeah, your natural agility and stuff means that you've got like better AC than if you're wearing like studded leather.
Yeah.
But you can still benefit from a shield, which I'm pretty sure you can use if you need to. And your fangs can use strength or dex, so you can like still bite people with your dex and just
Okay.
be
Sounds
all
good.
bad dex.
Okay.
Yeah, so because if need be, you could have I think a rapier still does more damage. You could just have a rapier and shield and literally just be out.
Ah, blue
Okay.
card.
Yeah. No, I think I am gonna still keep my Hunter name. But yeah, I'll be Dex. Yeah. And honestly, it fits that name as well. Which is Matt, M-A-T. But yeah.
Yeah, it's Matt again.
Yeah, it's Matt.
Yeah, because you are proficient with martial weapons and shields. So
Okay.
yeah, so if need be, you can have a shield and a rapier for up close and
Yeah,
personal.
light armor, medium armor, shield. Okay, simple weapons, martial
So-
weapons. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so like if you've got like a 16 dex, which is what you'll be aiming towards, you'll have like 18 AC when you've got those rounds, so you'll be really hard to hit.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can start with a martial weapon and a shield, so rapier and shield.
The thing is, if I truly want to do Bloodborne Hunter kinda, no shield. It's two martial weapons. Or one martial weapon and a ranged weapon. Or are ranged weapons martial weapons? Or is it some like yeah, okay, so crossbow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it depends.
Yeah.
Like crossbow, but
Gotcha.
I think the only
Yeah.
one-handed melee stuff is
Yeah,
like a hand
I'll
crossbow or
sure.
a pistol.
I'll do yeah, martial weapon and shield. And yeah,
I do not think you will have enough money to actually buy a pistol.
probably not. No.
No, because you're only going to be like level 3, so yeah, you will be too
Yeah.
cheap to buy a pistol. Yeah, you'll know
But
how
do
to
I?
use the pistol. You will know how to use the pistol. You just find a better form.
Yeah. But do I have a crossbow? Or no?
Yeah, the light crossbows, but
Light crossbow. Okay.
that's the like two-handed one for when you're longer range.
Okay. Gotcha.
But still want to be biting people anyway, because it gives you temporary HP.
Oh yeah. Sure. Yes.
Magic missile.
Yeah.
Classic.
Choose 30 skills. Investigation. Um. For the three skills, I choose them now.
Okay.
I think I'll go with survival for one.
Say, oh, you kind of pick stuff, so that you don't worry about like accidentally picking something you're gonna get. Investigation is one you pretty much need to pick.
Yeah, I was thinking investigation, perception, and survival. For the three, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least I say that.
See, guard gets me alert. Interception sounds like a good feat for me to be protecting the squishy mages. Mhm. We will not talk about what squishy parts.
No. Never mention the squishy parts around monks. That's.
I think that's all people are doing around mugs.
Yummy squishy.
I mean, that's also fair, but you
What if
shouldn't.
squish, though? What if you do, though?
Mm.
Yeah, chomp mugs as squishy bits.
Yeah.
Wiggles eyebrows.
Fair.
Just
Okay.
be careful which bits you chomp.
Always be careful of the bits.
So it looks like investigation isn't actually like essential for the monster hunter now.
Oh, okay.
So the best bet actually is probably like at least one lore skill.
Okay.
That's why did I write story? No, it's study.
So the ones they have listed for Monster Hunter are athletics, history, investigation, medicine, nature, perception, religion, and survival. So, you said don't need investigation?
Yeah, so it used to be like essential to the class, but it's not now. You can still have it if you want. It's just like it's not like essential.
I think I'd still like to have it. I think it kind of fits, but
Yeah, but when it says like law checks to find out more stuff, history, nature, and religion are what it's referring to from those ones.
oh, okay.
So once it actually works, I'll show you. There we go.
Mm.
Yeah, but for the for the skills and what they will bring up, history is of course anything historical. It also refers to giants and humanoids. Nature is beasts, dragons, oozes, and plants. And religion is celestials, fiends, and undead. So if there's out of those ones, if there's any you wanna know a bit more about, like pick the relevant skill.
Okay. Probably history.
Yeah, so history will cover like all of the humanoid species.
Sure. Okay.
So, yeah, yeah, basic stuff, unless it's very special, like the Fablins like would come under Arna because they're like very rather purple.
Okay.
And out of for your grimoire, you need to pick 2 types of stuff to be like more proficient with anyway. So what sort of things are you trying to hunt?
I mean, we could go with the stereotypical other vampires.
True.
You are the Alucard.
Or beast. Um.
I need to grab something.
Actually, what would monstrosity be under? Would that be under religion or uh?
Um,
Actually,
monstrosities. That comes under arcane for the knowledge, so it's not the one
arcane.
you got.
Okay. Okay. Um.
I mean, what you can do instead of like the if you got Death Deceiver or Eager Deceiver, you could take the trait that just gives you training in Arcana. So then you'll know more about the monstrosities and stuff.
And what about beast? What would that be under?
That's nature.
Nature. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll go with nature and a beast. Not ragdoll though.
Yeah. So yeah, you're Hunter of Beasts. What else? Because you need to pick two.
Yes. And fiends. Or no. No, humanoid as well. Yeah.
Okay. So you're Hunter of Beasts and Shapeshifters.
Yes.
Okay. So, how's everyone else coming on the sheets?
Almost done with spells.
I took a
Spells
break to
be
munch on
spelling.
something, but I'm at ability scores. Let's see. I need probably strength, dex, and constitution.
Are you doing points by? Yeah.
Yeah, I usually just do point by.
Okay. Good.
It's a little more stable. And you don't get random nonsense.
I say yeah. Points by is what we go with. I don't like standard. I don't like being forced to have an 8.
Yeah, I think it's funny if Griff has an 8 in strength. Actually, so does Claudio. That's fun.
Did you do standard array or did you point by?
Yeah, I went with standard because it's standard. I like standard. Just as a word, it's nice.
Standard.
Oh,
See, on mine, standard has a bunch of exclamation marks everywhere, so,
yeah, that just means you haven't selected it yet.
I'm still struggling with spells.
So many spells.
There's
And there's
so many
more in the
spells.
book.
Yeah.
I might swap light out for ghost light. That's a burner.
Yeah.
What
And
are we
I have light.
selecting?
Um,
Oh, it's over to the side. Okay, that's why I was confused. It's like, why can't I? I looked at standard and there was exclamation parts everywhere, and when I collected on them, they didn't do anything because I was clicking on the ones with the exclamation mark on strength, on dexterity, on
Oh, right, yeah.
constitution. That's okay. Increase strength. Guard. Guard lets me increase either intelligence or wisdom.
Wisdom is tied to perception. So if you want to see better. I said wisdom is tied to perception if you want to see better.
Yeah. But also I think it's funny for smarter than the average bear jokes. But yeah, no wisdom for perception.
yeah.
Choose another to increase by 1.
I'm thinking.
Why is there's only 3 options here? Increase strength.
It's because your background determines what you can.
Yeah, guard. Okay, so that's done. What do all the other exclamation parts?
Yeah, so for standard, you just click on the number for where you want it in the stats. So like 15 in strength, 14 in dex, so forth, so on.
Oh, okay, those buttons are clickable. Jesus.
Yeah.
Can
It's a system.
you tell I've not done a D&D game in Roll20 before?
It's fine, but that's why we're having session 0.
I think every single game I've ever played in Roll20 has been in some other system.
Ah, right. Yeah.
That's fair.
What are good languages? I don't know.
What are good languages? Just in general, you know?
Netherlands.
No.
Okay.
Okay, languages. There are many. Imperial Norm is common.
It's hilarious.
It's comical.
Now I'm just imagining it sounds like the Swedish chef.
Yeah, you've got Imperial Norm for specific languages and regions. You have Chanant, which is French, Castellet, which is Spanish, Valakai, which is Dutch, Ostoy, which is an amalgamation of Slavic. Lower Burak is German, and Heierberg is fancier German.
Fancier German.
Fancier German. Or maybe just like Latin or something, I don't know.
Actually, can I change one of the beasts I'm hunting from the shape changer to monstrosity? I'll go with that instead.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, wait. Heierberg is German. Just normal German. Lowerburg, the commonest dialect in the Baroque Empire, it is more heavily accented than Heierberg, making the general population of the nation harder for foreigners to understand.
It's like a really sort of deep Bavarian German.
So it's German, but poorer. That's just petty.
Sure. I feel like they have something against the Germans.
We will teach you the Bark language, but you will not learn the Lower Bark, so you will not understand any of the common people. Aha!
Aha!
But yeah, those are the regional dialects. Then you've got everything else like giant, laconic, deep speech, and that jazz.
So the question is, do I want my 8 to be an intelligence or charisma?
Whatever you desire.
Charisma is normally the dump stat.
I will already say Moggs is stupid. May come
Fair.
as a surprise to everyone here. But Moggs, not the smartest.
Griff has intelligence covered.
Yeah. No, Moggs is charisma. Him's charisma, baby. Him's a himbo.
Him's a himbus.
God, I really don't know what spells I want for him. I'm going through this list so many times.
Charm person.
Okay, so you will, because you're starting level 3, get a single common magical item, which you can decide at a later day. I will link the thing that has the
Cloak
more-
of Bellowing.
Yeah. Guitar of strumming, or was it lute? Or yeah.
Something like.
One. Common magical items very rarely actually have like super practical uses.
They're for flavor.
They can be pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah,
It
first
depends what
Never mind.
they are. Charlton's Dread Helm. Yeah, they kind of just
Ammunition
Actually-
of slang.
silvered weapon is there. Silvered weapon's really useful for
Ammunition
this
of.
setting specifically.
I'm just reminded in Baldur's Gate 3 there is an item which our shoes are very fast blinking,
Hell yeah.
which allow you to misty step without your clothes.
Hell yeah.
Have a good
So you get a free
sleep.
teleport, but you're in your underwear.
Sleep well, miss. Dream of Moggs and pork.
Yeah, sleep well. Have a good night. Yeah.
Definitely feel like I'm going a bit more support with my spells.
Oh dear, I've gone support as well.
No, no.
And
I
they
can
were
be
both
more aggressive, that's fine.
And they were both
You
supports.
can be both supporting.
I mean, I've got like Firebolt, Magic Missile, Thunderwave, Flaming Sphere. I've got a few offensive things.
Yeah. So, do you guys want to fight goblins or half-orcs?
I want to be friends with goblins. I mean, Griff wouldn't, but I want to be.
Unfortunately, these are the aforementioned tribal ones that still like do raiding
Oh.
and eat people.
I like the friendly one.
Well, you would be coming here on behalf of some friendly ones.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know, they're like, those goblins are giving us a bad name.
Reasonable.
Deal with it.
This is what goblins sound like. We're all a little cockney.
We're all going down the apple and pear stairs.
Get your papers.
Get the strand.
No.
Yeah, so, goblins. You will be dealing with a group of goblin bandits or half-orcs, where you'll be going on an account of someone to retrieve a name, I think. There's a group of goblin mercenaries that people want dealt with.
Mm.
What was
What accent do do they have?
You'll be
One of
going on
my
account of the fact that
proficiencies can be dice set.
you'll be dealing with them because a different mercenary band doesn't like that they're making so much money and they're encroaching on their territory, so they want them dealt with. Half-orc. I don't know, they can have an accent in the one.
But what accent do they have in your heart, Dark?
Howdy, partner. We're orcs.
Hell yeah.
As someone who lives in the American Southwest, I will allow it.
I mean, they did just rampage across the place and then leave, so... I don't want orcs being American.
If it makes
I
you feel
can
any
just
better,
have like
a good
your
chunk of that part of America
pan
was Mexico until the
European.
border moved over it.
So yeah, half orcs or goblins. I'll go out buff some of these goblins off.
None of the proficiencies have anything written in them.
Eh?
Wait, what did my ability score go to? What is not set on my ability score?
Oh, have you clicked on them for the drop down menu?
Well, I think
That
the
was
equipment
just
is gonna
checking on your
bug
sheet,
out
so
hard,
it's,
but okay.
but yeah,
So yeah, I see, like, we've got the drop-down menu, but like when I go to the lore book, the compendium, and go to proficiencies to look at what the description is, there's nothing. So like I go to survival player's handbook 2024 and it just says survival proficiencies and nothing.
they may have you where it says rules, you need to click on it there, I think, rather than where it says lists.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
I think my entire sheet has bugged out slightly because I was just going back and suddenly I went to my ability scores and I have a plus 96 in strength.
Oh no. That happened to Sawyer.
You're so fucking strong, though.
Leave it, leave it, leave it.
You've been hitting the gym, haven't you? You're so strong.
So strong.
I mean, I think I've got everything set in my ability scores, but it still has the, like, exclamation mark on that tab.
Yeah, you've also got 270 HP.
Things have happened. And I don't know what.
Fine.
The new character sheets are doing wonderfully. Is what I'm taking from this. Okay. I think if reset it, maybe, hopefully, we'll find out. Oh my god.
Okay. So categories, rules.
Roll skill. It'll give you a drop down menu for that on the list.
Oh, there are so many things here in the rules.
You can pick. The most useful things for you would probably be like acrobatics and insight.
I think I already have. Oh no, it's alert and interception. Yeah.
Say, because you took like a minus in charisma, yeah? Oh no, 10.
My minus is in intelligence. Because basically I figured that it's like, most of that stuff isn't stuff I'm going to need. And there we go. Proficiency. Skills list. Okay, yeah. Athletics I have by default. So we'll go aerobics. Insight. And I get gaming pieces.
You become a gamer.
So apparently, as a guard, I get a gaming set. I get either a dice set, a chess set, a card set, or a 3 dragon ante set. Don't know what that last one is. I'm assuming it's a game.
Blackjack? Replace the dragon with card.
But don't you just play blackjack with a regular deck of playing cards?
Yeah, but this is fantasy.
I mean, that doesn't change the fact that you play blackjack with a regular deck of playing cards.
But this is fantasy, so it can't be blackjack. It has to be dragon.
Yeah, but you can still play it with the playing cards.
No, but these are playing cards with dragons. Because trademark.
So I have dice, chess, or 2 different kinds of cards.
Yes.
And we'll go with the dice set. Okay. Well, my ability scores still have a yellow exclamation mark for reasons that I do not know.
Yeah, I think my sheet might be broken. I'll just go to review character, finish it off, and then I do it manually if anything's really broken, because it might be.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go through and redo a sheet, because I think Chris is broken as well.
What? Mine's fine.
Well, that's rude. No, I'm kidding.
Because you have 19 intelligence and you shouldn't.
No, I put a lot of stuff into intelligence.
Yeah, I mean, you can't physically have 19 intelligence.
Then how did
Gotta tell that to Griff.
The highest you could have would be 17.
There's a lot going on, and I don't trust any
Well,
of it.
it doesn't keep track of the things I added, which is annoying.
Why
'Cause
is
it was like,
burning hands in here twice? That doesn't make any sense. Where does this come from? What is happening?
I'm not even sure how you got to 19.
okay, standard array is 15. I had an option to increase, being a wizard, increase it by 2. There was, I think my background allowed me to increase it by 1, and then I got 2 more, 1 or 2 more from being a disembodied. So yeah, that's 19.
Being disembodied doesn't increase your intelligence. I see where the problem's been. So, the heritage system doesn't give you any stat boosts.
Right. Why does it say it does?
It because you're looking at the wrong thing. I see. Because when you look at species on the drop downs, the disembodied has like completely different stuff.
Oh, yeah, yes, sorry, I did have this problem with last time, yes. I forgore. I will change that.
Yeah,
Ignore
because
me.
you did the exact same thing with your rogue, I think.
Yes. Fun fact,
Yeah.
Vexelkin can be poisoned now.
Nice.
Okay, I'll fix that, sorry. Haven't even touched traits yet.
Yeah, I haven't touched traits yet either. I just. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine.
Is it? Are you okay?
I don't think I'm supposed to have that many hit points. I didn't have that many hit points before.
No, you've got loads. It's fine.
Yeah, 40. So, what's also happened, I realized, is if you roll and then you take it back, it still keeps the roll.
That's
and
not.
adds it together.
That's not how taking back works.
You know, I just looked back at the first page and oh wait, no, never mind. I hit points 30, but that might be because I've done ability stuff.
Yeah,
Which
you
also
cannot
still has the
go
exclamation
back
mark.
in this at all. Because I went back to like look at things and then it wouldn't let me like select other things, and now I'm just like proficient in like all of the fucking instruments for some reason.
It's
And I
fancy.
think I have all the skills when I shouldn't have them because I didn't pick them. Or like not all the skills, but I have skills that I didn't pick, so I don't know why they're there.
This is sounding like we're going to need a session 0.1.
We might.
No, I can I'll
Okay.
do it in my off time, but like
Well, again, we also need to go over traits, like, and that's a lot
And
of
also,
work.
Dark and I need to go
Yeah.
over all of my stuff too. There can be another
Kiro's
session
entire,
for all of us.
yeah,
Yeah,
Kiro's
my
entire
entire
sheet
sheet
needs
is
building.
blank.
Yeah,
My
a lo-
entire sheet is blank. Yeah.
we can
So-
work it out. It's fine.
We
Yeah,
can
it's
do
okay.
session 0 off stream and just
Yeah.
be like, how does any of this work? Roll 20, grab
Yeah.
grab roll 20 by the fucking neck and just go, what are you doing?
Session 0.1, yeah, exactly, or
Yeah,
0.2 or whatever. Yeah.
It's but why are we not letting him die?
I don't know.
We should also point out.
For one of them, the like saving, like the deck save is different for some reason.
It's also worth pointing out that these sheets are relatively new, and when we first used them, they would basically just crash my browser. So it's a whole thing. This is the better version.
It's also that like for like as a
This
sorcerer,
is
I
very
have
good.
meta magic, which come from like sorcery points, of which I have a certain amount. But for some reason, the sheet is like for every different type of meta magic, I have the same amount of sorcery points, which is not gonna be helpful at all and keep making me able to keep track of sorcery points.
Nice. Okay, in future, we're gonna just not use the character marks
No.
and do it the old-fashioned way of just writing all the shit.
Yeah,
But-
you're just gonna teach us how to fucking do a normal sheet,
But
so we
much-
never have to bother with that again.
Much like every fantasy class, if it ends in Mansa, it's more trouble than it's worth. It always gets complications somewhere down the line.
Aside
Truly.
from the duplicates and numbers not being right, is everything like picked and chosen? Or...
I haven't put in my trait like species traits yet. Also, because I'm this sheet is cursed, so you know.
I also haven't put anything with species yet or the subclass, and for some
Yeah,
reason abilities
species and
is...
subclass thing I haven't.
Oh yeah, the
put in
subclass
yet,
stuff.
no.
What about that?
I keep forgetting the subclass stuff. There's so much going on.
That's half the
And
point
I
of what
also
we're
haven't
doing.
filled out the about stuff because I don't know some of this stuff yet, because we're just sort of putzing around and making it as we go.
Yeah.
Because these are just like text the characters, that's much less important.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah. My subclass is mostly like, here's some free spells, and also you can create spell scrolls.
Yeah. Mine's basically, here's some spells. Have fun.
Have fun.
So,
Cool.
what is Mox?
What is Mongs?
That is a question for the
Great
ages.
question. What a
Excellent
wonderful
question. Next question.
I will say for traits, I have been. Sorry, I have all the tabs open. This is not helpful to my situation.
Oh, that's fun.
Good
For
boy.
for traits, I have been mostly I've been using the Ogresh as like a kind of loose reference guide, because it's not what he is, but it is like the closest thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Big, charismatic.
Sexy.
I mean, big, charismatic. So yeah, he does have powerful build, focused mind, friendly ear, yeah, those three. I have given him dark vision. Cause yes, natural attack as well. Cause him's got them big claws.
Oh, you guys have mouth.
Yeah, also mouth. Can also do bites. Probably do bites, yes. His claws are manicured. What's the other ones? Cause I haven't decided on the last one yet, but I did also do, where is it? Friendly ear. Yeah, that's another Okrish one. Helping hand. And, nimble. Which does something that it's combat one. Nimble is something. Yeah, it can take a disengage action as a bonus action. That seems right. I'm probably... I don't know what the last one's gonna be. Probably toughness, maybe. I don't know.
You're a sorcerer, you're meant to be squishy.
I meant to be squishy, but also it's monks.
Squishy in certain ways.
What have you got so far?
I have... Okay, yeah, I haven't decided on the last one yet, but it's dark vision, focused mind, natural attack, friendly ear, helping hand, nimble, and powerful bill.
Toughness, well protected, or like medium armor training if you actually want to wear armor. And
Yeah.
you can be a sorcerer who wears medium armor and has a shield and just like casts spells with the other hand.
I like the idea of well protected, because that's also very monks. Yeah, I'll do well protected then as the last one.
Goblin's blade swings towards Mogs. Mog strikes oppose.
Yeah, basically.
The weapon veers off the tactical posing.
It makes my AC higher when I'm not wearing armor, by the way, for everyone.
I love the idea of like Mogs just striking like model poses and dodging stuff.
Do you know what? I think I took that for Claudio as well. The explanation there is he's just a dodgy little fella.
It's a good trait.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Basically makes like mage armor redundant.
I don't think I picked mage armor. No. I mean, all my spells are fucked up anyway, so I don't know what I picked anymore.
Yeah, Rally gives you exactly the same thing as mage armor, so.
Yeah. No, I didn't pick mage armor anyway, because I was... Yeah. Monks is... Monks is a very weird sorcerer.
That's what he
It's
deserves.
perfect. It's
I
perfect.
mean, is there such a thing as a regular sorcerer?
True. Very, very true.
Okay, so.
I do, however, find it funny that the sorcerer in Honor Amongst Thieves movie is clearly partially a bad sorcerer because he has no charisma.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ragdoll, are you on the species stuff yet?
So my about is not done, but if that's just roleplay stuff, then I don't care. My abilities scores is I've clicked everything in it, but the tab still has an exclamation mark. And I haven't done species, and I haven't done subclass.
Well, yeah, so you ignore species for like now, but that would just be like equipment then.
Yeah.
So, because the species stuff is just like copying and pasting the things in.
Yeah, so fighter really only had like 2 choices, so I took the chainmail greatsword flail. So I've got the equipment. Yeah. Background is clicked, feats is clicked, skills is clicked, equipment is clicked. It's just ability scores, which is busted, and class and species, which is separate.
Yes. I've done everything but traits, which I will do off stream. Because there's much to look at.
Yes.
So much.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, if anyone wants help doing traity things,
Yeah. Let us know. We can all look at it together.
yeah, we could all have a little
Maybe.
time together just looking at it going, ah.
I
What do you
mean,
need?
I think I'm probably good with just using the default for
Yeah, that's fair.
the Wolven. Just keep it simple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you just want to go with default, that's fair. But if you look at the default and go, that's not my character, then
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have much of a character beyond the idea of guard dog, guard bear.
Guard bear.
Gardber.
What do you
Everybody
need,
got
honestly?
The Wolven has Hunter's Instincts, where you'll
Yeah.
get some d8s, and you can use them to increase an attack roll or a damage roll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then natural attack with claws, pack hunter, burst of speed, climber, athlete spirit, inborn perception, and nature's voice.
Pack Hunter is you can use your reaction within 10 feet of an ally to give them advantage on an attack. Or save, I think. Burst of Speed, you can get like 30 feet of extra movement in a move. Climber, it's climb speed. And the others are just athletics, perception, and nature. Which I think you have from your class, so you might want to change athletics and inborn perception.
Yeah, I have. Oh, yeah, I do. Guard proficiencies, athletics, and perception.
Guess I would suggest toughness to give you extra HP.
Yeah, works for me.
Heck, you could go extra tough, you get even more HP, and if
Tough
something-
bear.
Yeah, and if something would decrease your HP maximum, like a vampire's bite or something, you get advantage against the roll. I'll give you an extra 6 HP.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to be the meat shield, that works, since I can't change the ones from the guards stuff, so change the ones for the roleplays.
Is there anything else?
I'm now just imagining my character just picking up one of the smaller characters and moving them off to the side.
As they should.
And that may or may not include Moggs, which I'm sure is going to be very surprising for Moggs.
Yeah, probably. Will also
Yeah.
be harder, probably, for you to to do that.
Or instead of extra tough, there's like focused reserve. So if you get hit, you can use your reaction to give yourself like 2d6 extra temporary hit points.
Mm-hmm.
So a little health shield whenever you get hit. Well, twice, but that's extra HP. Well, extra temporary HP.
Yeah, we'll just go with the double up. However, I have looked at my ability scores to take a look at my strength modifier to remind myself, and mine's busted too. Because right now it says I have plus 15 in strength.
And you have 82 hit points.
These
Yeah,
work
exactly.
perfectly.
Makes sense.
Aren't you glad, Kiro, you didn't have to go through this system?
Now, granted, I should have quite a bit of strength because I was able to add 2 extra things onto strength, and I used that as my 15. But yeah, it shouldn't be plus 15 to strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fine. People have picked most up. We can just. I can fix that later.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to change my traits that much. A couple of bits and bobs.
Yeah.
What is this mod get? You get magical fortification. So you pick a stat, you gain advantage against magical or spell-like things against on saves. Master Distraction, you use an action, and you'd be like, "Hey, look at me!" And everyone and everything around you gets like advantage to get hit.
I mean, I feel like that almost wouldn't work because nobody can see him.
Exactly.
invisible.
They look and get confused.
You're not invisible, remember? You're just like half this.
Yeah, exactly. But they look at me and go, what was that? Meanwhile, Moggs
Speaking
just
of
come
hard-
along and...
Yeah. Speaking of hard to see, out of phase makes it even harder for you to get seen for a minute.
Exactly. Combine the two.
Ethereal fade is you actually go into the ethereal plane for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And now to the animates, you're not bothered by hot and cold.
See, that's the one I think I'm going to change.
You
I
want him to
found
be bothered by hot or cold?
success.
I think it's funnier if he gets flustered by hot and cold, but I think there are other things that might fit better, is the idea.
Magical Insight is Arcana training, which you probably already got from me, Wizard.
I did. Can I bump that up to expertise, or shall I just swap that out?
Swap that for something else.
Oh,
Or
cool.
just, you could have that and then just take a different skill you would have had from Wizard.
I'll write it down. Have a think.
And then, Magical Savant, Magical Savvy, Dancing Lights, and Featherfall. Featherfall is good.
Featherfall's good. I might swap out
very
Dancing
good.
Lights.
Well, Featherfall's very situational.
Yeah, but it is also very
Yeah.
griff that everyone falls
But
down
when
and
you
he just
need
floats.
it, you definitely need it.
I will say for the true adventures you might do, Featherfall is not useful.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I'll swap them both.
Featherfall is such a specific spell. I'm gonna be like, no, you're not gonna use that.
I didn't take it, didn't I? Might have taken it. I remember reading it somewhere, but I can't remember where, and then I forgot that it was in the species thing.
But yeah, so I will make the sheets work.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I'll change that.
Yeah, get back to me on, like, spells and stuff, because that's all a bit messed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I make
Yeah.
sheets work. I'll with Kira, make sure everything's right. And goblins or half orcs.
Either.
I say half orcs.
I'm also leaning towards half orcs as well because I also want to befriend the goblins and I don't want to fight them.
That's fair.
All of the goblins.
Which is funny considering I'm a hunter.
Hunter.
Yeah, all of the goblins are like, yeah, I wouldn't want to fight me either.
Exactly.
Good on that.
Oh, all the goblins are like, get the strand, get your copy of the strand.
Okay, Griff's changed his mind. He's going after goblins.
Oh no!
Okay. So, that means when we play, we were playing the Hanging Tree.
The Hanging
Nice.
Tree?
It's the name of a pub.
It's the name of a Queens of the Stone Age song.
Nice. What's the name again?
The Hanging Tree.
Nice.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Round the hanging tree. Anyway.
Which is also funny because just a little bit, I guess, because well, name lore and stuff. The name of my hunter and also the name I was thinking of, Matt, is I chose it for a couple of reasons, partly because of my own name, but also partly because of a character from Wheel of Time. And spoilers, he did get hung from a tree once. Yeah.
Oh,
He need to be saved from that with CPR and stuff. Because, oh yeah, he died. He died. But yeah.
Well,
Yay, hanging tree. Love that.
your character may have reservations about going into a pub called that. So...
No, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It just might have some flashbacks. It's okay.
Mogs and
It's fine.
Matt and Griff. Ragdoll, how many syllables does your character name have? 'Cause
Well, I
feel
mean,
like
right
it
now there
either
is
needs
no
to be
character
also
name, so.
one syllable or just all the syllables.
All the...
All the syllables.
Get another stumped situation in here, you know?
I mean, all things considered, I think it would be really funny if this werebear character has just kind of got like the most Scandinavian name possible that like nobody can pronounce, so everyone's just kind of like, cool. Can we give you a nickname?
Yeah. We're gonna call you this instead.
Yeah.
Just the first letter.
Ask Christy for some input.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
What's the most, like, Danish, like, unpronounceable Danish name you can think?
See, stumped was because I was being very silly with like, yes, he's just got the longest extravagant name possible, and everyone's like, yeah, okay. We're gonna take the first letter of each of those and just go from there.
Nice. Oh, no.
Yes, stumped is an acronym. I don't remember what it's an acronym of because it's been a while.
I love that. It also reminds me
Nice.
that Mal's name also is an acronym, kind of, sort of.
Kind of.
His full name spells out James.
Josiah Abel Malachi Eli Schwartz.
Yes.
Remember, you all need a magical item. I've linked a thing in the Grim Hollow thing.
Yeah.
Yes. I immediately after seeing the tankard of sobriety, that I went with that. It turns any alcoholic drink in non-alcoholic.
That I do love that. I love that.
This
Yeah.
is a very
Could
good
I,
I'm
thing.
looking-
Could I suggest
The
the
items.
pole of collapse?
The what now?
The pole of collapse. It's a 10-foot pole that collapses into a small pole, so it's easy to carry.
I worry about giving that to Moggs. I just... I'll leave it at that, but I worry.
A 10-foot pole is pretty standard adventuring gear. You can use it to like poke traps or people you dislike from a 10-foot radius.
Have a quarterstaff.
You can poke them with it.
Poke. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
Oh, it's only a foot long. I changed mine to do a thing. Like, that's just silly. Oh, wait, no. Oh no, it turns from a 10-foot pole into a 1-foot pole. But you just sort of, okay. Yeah, 10-foot pole. It's good adventuring. Is there anything else?
That's what, like 3.5 meters?
I mean, if Ragdoll wants a shield, because they currently can't afford one, a shield of expression. It's a magical shield. It's mainly just because it's a shield, but with a bonus action, you can change the face on it.
Give it a face.
It's got a face. It could be grumpy, but
That sounds really fun. Oh, I think I accidentally just finished my character sheet. Is there a way of editing this still?
You can edit anything afterwards.
yeah.
Okay.
What is a mystery key?
It's a mystery.
I get a feeling it is literally just that.
You never know.
It's a mystery key. It just says wondrous item, common.
A question mark is worked into the head of this key. The key has a 5% chance of unlocking any lock into which it's inserted. Once it locks, it disappears.
The lock needs to be allergic to nuts.
So it's just a key that can potentially open any lock. Potentially.
5% is pretty good. You try a lot of locks.
Mm-hmm.
1 in 20.
Go for the lock.
Well.
I win.
How did you... This is technically the first roll of the game.
Oh wow.
You rolled a 1 on a D100.
I love that though. Is that better though than rolling a 69 out of a D100?
So, I don't know. I mean, I needed a 1 to 5 and I rolled a 1, so I win.
Yeah.
Oh, well done then. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know about magic item, but I'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I have not figured out my magic item either.
Either in a chill off-stream trait item chat thing, fixing all the sheets and all that, or maybe at the beginning of the next session. We'll see. We'll see what we can do.
Whatever works.
That is an oxymoron.
Huh?
A horn of silent alarm.
Yeah, Horn of Silent Alarm. I did see that. I don't know what that is. So
Silent Alarm's a Block Party album. Bringing out all the musical references now.
Anyway.
I think it's time to end.
It's time to end. Thank you for coming, everybody. Tomorrow, we will be a-doodling with friends. I may doodle a Griff. And also
that won't take long.
A Heimdall kicking his legs. As promised to Chib for reasons.
Thank you.
And also Muppet Heimdall. I need to draw that at some point. So many things. Thank you for coming along.
Well, you got the whole stream figured out then.
It's all figured out. Precisely what I'm going to zoom out to see after I finish my drawing. That's always a mystery. Stares at Chib. But yeah.
What? Why are you staring at Chib? They did nothing wrong last time, or any time, honestly.
They did nothing wrong.
They drew wonderful art.
Surprising, on the other hand.
It was absolutely wonderful, and a delight to see. A wonderful surprise. I legitimately mean that, by the way. Yes.
It was very good. It was very, very good.
Yeah.
I commend you. I just absolutely wasn't expecting it. But thank you very much for this. Thank you, Dark, for talking us through this and being patient in the face of both us and whatever the hell's going on with the character sheets. And next week
I think I should just keep the plus 15 strength. That sounds like that's fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Cheap should get the plus whatever strength and HP as well.
108, 100
The
health.
plus 170
100,
strength or
yeah.
something.
Yeah, something like that.
Become
Yeah.
the buff wizard.
Yeah. So,
Me. Thanks for coming. This will continue next Saturday. And have a lovely one, everybody. Goodbye, goodbye, bye.
take care. Have a good one. Bye.